Yo, what is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And we are on episode 23. So I get the odd numbers, and Bari get the even numbers. That's not fair. That's definitely not fair. Bari get the even numbers, I get the odd numbers. But listen, man, it is another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, and I'm so glad that you all are here with us. We got a really great show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Round of applause. Round of applause for the people in the chat. I said round of applause for the people in the chat. And listen, it is a magical week this week when it comes to PlayStation, guys, because we've gotten a lot of good news, a lot of good confirmation, a little bit of rumors. You know, we're going to dabble in the rumors, and we got a nice little controversial topic that we're going to talk about, which I'm excited for because I can't wait to hear what Bari's thoughts are and our special guest. And you probably wonder, who's the special guest? Finally, What's Up PlayStation Podcast got a guest coming through to the show. Yes, we do. And it was only right that our first guest on this show would be none other than Sick Humor TV. Sick, say what's up to the people. And, introduce yourself, man.
Yo. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is your boy, Sick Humor TV. And I'm here with the What's Up PlayStation crew, man. I definitely do appreciate it. It's definitely an honor to be here. I saw you guys grow from, just beginning or just coming up with an idea to do this channel and then moving forward. And like I say, it's the best PlayStation podcast on the net.
Thank you, man. Hey. We appreciate that, real talk. Yeah, man, it's really good to have you on, Sick. It's really good to finally get you on as a guest, man. And, you've been rocking with us for a really long time, even prior to this podcast. So it's a pleasure to have you on, man. Can't wait to talk about this news with you, bro.
For sure.
Then we got the other half of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, the best lisp on YouTube.
You know the vibes.
The king of the Bronx. The you don't want it with me. Check my record. How I go, Bari?
Hey, I'll make you my red man because you feel my method.
Hey, there go my boy Bari in the building. Yo, Bari, please introduce yourself. Say what's up to the people, man.
Yo, what is good, guys? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome back to another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Man, 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Listen, man, it's hey, man. Say, man, look, guys. It's going to be a great episode today. We got a fun show for you guys. And you know what I mean? We have a wonderful guest. If you guys just take the time and the smell in the air. Go like this, guys. The sniff in the air. Okay? Because we got that PlayStation potpourri. We got that PlayStation fragrance. You know what I mean? We got that PlayStation cologne that's sprayed all over us. We smelling good. We looking good. We eating good over here on the PlayStation Nation. And hopefully, you all guys have subscribed so you guys can get your Nortons. Let me check. Yeah. But nah, man, it's going to be a great show, man. Episode 23, we are here, man. First guest, let's get it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man. It's really good to have him here, man. So, shout out, like I said, shout out to everybody in the chat. And, listen, man, it's going to be a good show. So, let's get into it. So, this week, there was actually a lot of games that released this week, too. I'm actually surprised. I'll be honest. There's a lot of games that released this week.
The last couple of weeks was like, 3
dry.
Games.
Yeah, it was dry. This week, though, there was a plethora of games, right? So, this week, the games that released on PlayStation 4 and 5 is Papa's Quiz, Asterix and Obelix, double XL, 3.
What game was that?
Crystal Menhir. This is a weird game right here. Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legends, and the Secret Fairy. I was actually gonna pick this up, but I was like, nah. Let me pull back from that. Cyber Shadow, Vera Blanc, Ghost in the Castle, Airy Little Bird Adventure, Auto Chest, Citizens Unite, Earth X Space.
Yo, Citizens Unite came out today?
Yo, man. That's
Oh,
probably one
this
of the best
week?
games come out this year. That's a fact.
Oh man, I gotta get that.
Colossus down. Disjunction. Yo, this disjunction game. I was looking at gameplay. of This game actually looks pretty interesting. It's one of those top down, pixelated like stealth games. It's pretty okay. It looks pretty cool.
Did you buy it?
No. No. Flatland Prologue, Marching Forest, Olesia, Project Ship, Starship X, Sword of the Necromancer, The Dark Eye, Chains of Saint Tanov, The Dark
I
Eye.
actually have my eye on Sword of the Necromancer. I did have my eye.
What's that about? Did you buy it?
Nah, I didn't buy it.
What's that about? It's a hack and slash, I'm assuming.
Nah, it's a little indie, small little title. A little game.
It's a skip. Toho, Bonkies, Caves and Castles, Gods Will Fall, Space Break, Head to Head, and The Pedestrian. So those are your games for the week. Pretty interesting. A lot of games, a lot of skips for me personally.
No, Sid, what are you thinking about this week, man? As far as the games is coming up, man.
Did you buy anything?
The only one I'm interested in, honestly, is The Pedestrian.
Okay.
I remember them showing that. I think it was at one of the State of Plays or something like that. But it looked really, really interesting. So I want to see how that pans out. Y'all didn't speak about that demo, right?
Which demo? Oh no, Balan. You talking about Balan?
Okay.
No. We're gonna speak.
We have that not in the spotlight.
No, that's
today we're gonna have two segments. We're gonna have our spotlight and not in the spotlight.
Not the spotlight. Yo. Speaking of spotlight, man, we are in the spotlight, and just to get you up to speed. So the spotlight is where you provide a game that you think the audience should play or should be on the lookout for, and something you think they should check out. Now, it doesn't have to be a game that's already out. It could be a game that you're anticipating that you want more people to be aware of and, look into it as well, or whatever the case may be. So, what is your spotlight game this week, Sick?
Oh, shit. We moving into this now?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I definitely feel like people should actually give it a try. I would have to say Amnesia Collection.
Oh.
If you're into horror games, let's be clear, you don't kill anything in this game. It's more about surviving what's going on, and it has a pretty good story to it. And they also have they released recently Amnesia Rebirth, which is supposed to be the latest in the Amnesia series. That's another one that I would say that you guys should pick up. However, if you're not into that type of stuff, I would highly recommend this game called American Fugitive. It's reminiscent of old GTA games. Remember when they were top down? And you're playing this guy who was actually framed for a crime that he didn't commit. He ends up breaking out of jail, and you just kind of go around on a fucking rampage, really, as you try to figure out who actually committed the crime.
Oh, that sounds interesting for real. I'm more intrigued about that game than the first one, the Amnesia Collection. You talking about you don't kill nobody? I ain't got a gun.
Yeah,
or
you don't
get a
do
flashlight.
it.
Oh, nah. But nah, the second game for sure. I'm with that.
The people in the chat are saying that it's super laggy, and I'm seeing it on my side too. It's a lot of issues happening right now. I don't know why.
Yo, see, try to take out the video and just put like a picture in the back. Maybe that would lessen the lag that's going on. I don't know.
Yeah,
you might have some packet loss going on there, man. I would definitely, if that's the case, then that might be something that you can't fix. It might be something that's going on with your internet service provider at the moment.
yeah.
In other
Yeah, I see it a
words,
little.
They would love to do that today, right? Like
of
the
all
day that
days,
I'm on
man.
as a guest, they like, yeah, fuck this shit. Now we ain't doing it. I mean,
Exactly, man.
excuse my words, guys. I apologize, but Jesus.
Yeah, they're not trying to treat your boy good out here, man. It's pretty
No,
messed
but
up.
we gonna push on through.
Of
You know what I
course, of
mean?
course.
Did you get your Nortons? That's your problem right there. You ain't subscribed to your Nortons.
God.
Go on the PlayStation Store and get your Nortons, man.
Hey, man, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Go and get that PS Plus, man. Get that Norton.
Hey, yo, but yo, boy, man, what is your spotlight game for the week?
Hey, yo, you know the vibes, man. New character just came out for Grand Blue Fantasy versus Uno or Arne. If you know, it says Arne, but the character name is Uno. Dope character. Really defensive type character. And you know, like I said, once a new character come out, I always like to spotlight this game because I think Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is a wonderful game, not just for a fighting game, but like I said, you can play the story as well and have a full RPG type of story there. Yeah, you just put a picture there. That'll work. But yeah, man, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus new character came out. He is the 4th character in the season 2. The next character comes out, I think probably like March. We're gonna get a new character as well. And yeah, they continue to pump out content, man. So I'm loving the fact that they keep doing that with this game, man. And I also want to highlight Ys 8 as well. You know, Ys 9 is about to drop on Tuesday, but just completed Ys 8 this morning. Finally I got to finish that game again after the long of me redoing that game and having to do everything over and catching up to where I left off at and then finally beating it. But yeah, wonderful game, man. If you haven't played Ys 8 yet, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to most likely play Ys 9. But once you finish with Ys 9, come back to Ys 8. It's a great game, man. Trust. You guys are going to enjoy it a lot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those pretty much my highlights, man.
Yeah, man. So for me, my spotlight this week is actually an old game, not a super old game, but it's a game that's definitely it's got some age on it. A couple years. Uncharted 4 or Lost Legacy multiplayer. Uncharted 4 multiplayer because I was playing it last night and I played it a couple times this week as well. And it's still a multiplayer game that holds up. You feel me? And it's just such a great experience. It's just such a solid game. You feel me? Playing it last night on stream, jumping into matches super quick. No waiting a super long time, and your boy is a beast. Even though my team was definitely holding your boy back, we still was doing our thing. You feel me? So, Uncharted.
You know what? That's one thing I definitely noticed when you was playing. Like, you was getting the games pretty fast, bro. Like, the Uncharted community is still, live and popping, man.
Even if you went on the Last of Us 1 multiplayer, you would get into matches pretty quickly as well. And that game is almost 10 years old. Mm-hmm. So,
Last of Us. Especially there's no multiplayer for part 2. That game is forever going to thrive. People's going to continue to play Last of Us.
At least until Factions 2 comes out. If it does, or whenever it does, or whatever, people are going to live on it. Because Last of Us is just such a different take on multiplayer and how that's built up. And it really is such a fun, enjoyable game that really takes skill. Uncharted 4 multiplayer, so fun. The game still looks very, very beautiful, especially on PS5, because the multiplayer is in 60 frames per second already. So it just looks beautiful, and it's smooth and very bright and colorful, and I love Uncharted. I love Uncharted multiplayer. I still think Uncharted 2 multiplayer is the best, but Uncharted 4... Say it again?
Uncharted 2 is definitely the best. Uncharted 4 is second.
Yeah.
3 is a little too. 3 is too easy.
3 was. You know what it was? 3 was
It's
too noob friendly.
Yeah, it's cheap.
I hate to say that because if your team is getting scraped, they had the kickbacks. Like,
Yeah,
no, don't get it twisted. With Uncharted 4,
kind of thing.
you got like the medic and you got the sniper that you could bring out and like the brute and all that stuff. But you could kill that stuff really quickly, even though that stuff is really noobish. With the hunter that runs and chases after you and then grabs you up and then it's pretty much a free kill and things like that. Even though that stuff is in Uncharted 4, and that's those types of things is what takes points away from me. Like, the staff of Amayanko, which is what I mainly use, it's pretty much a UAV. That's really all I use. I don't really use none of that other stuff because I feel that other stuff is trash. You feel me? But that's why I put Uncharted 2 multiplayer above Uncharted 4 is just a little bit more, because Uncharted 2's multiplayer was like really, really like you need to be on point skilled because power weapons landed on the map. They weren't something that you can just automatically spawn and get. And then the fleet foot with iron foot was it was fleet foot with iron something that stopped you from getting flinched whenever you got hit with grenades. Coupled that with using one of the skeletons, and then using the AK. Oh my God, the aim strafing on Uncharted 2 was magical.
It was so more skilled, man.
Yes, much more skilled. But Uncharted 4 is good enough to where I really enjoyed it and I can come back to it, especially now that Call of Duty's ass.
Yo, shout out to my man Baltimore's, man. Yo, Baltimore say yo Bari don't want that work in Uncharted. Yo, what? Listen, why y'all guys keep doubting the boy on Uncharted? I remember that glitch versus the council. Well, let me give you the backstory.
I wasn't there though.
Yeah, Persona wasn't there. We had 2 randoms, and if you guys remember, regardless of what we lost, your boy was always on top of the leaderboard. So let's not. Yo, a lot of people try to come at me on Uncharted. BG's in this chat too. BG, I don't think we ever played against each other, but BG, I remember we played with BG, and BG left the party because like, we ain't lose a game yet. Yeah, I think we was like on an 18 game. He's like, we ain't lose a game. And he went to another stream with Jack and them. And, he was complaining and whatever because it was, taking L's. I don't know if BG remember that, boy. BG, if you remember that, let me know. Don't get it twisted. We out here. But we had all the council members there. We didn't have Persona. I don't think Kev
was there.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't there as well. He wasn't there.
It was you. I remember you and Michi were there, and I think you had 2 other people. I forgot.
Yeah, we had randoms. We had some random people.
Yeah. I remember. So you want to do, Bari? You want to lead off with that not spotlight game? Or you want to save that for the news?
Oh no, I'm saving that right. I'm saying it right now.
All right, go ahead. You got the floor, man.
Because people get this misconception with your boy that Jay Bari always praising because they don't listen to the channel, they don't listen to what things I'm saying. But a game that I'm super excited about, but the demo was straight ass as far as when it comes to performance. Like I like the game because the game could be fun, but if the performance is ass, the fun is out the window. So Balan Wonderworld is a game that I'm anticipating. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like a kiddie. It is, right? But it's one of those games where you sit back and relax, you do the platforming, and you just play, right? But the performance on the game is hot garbage. There's pop-ins everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go fanboyish, but I felt like I was on another platform. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm walking around and the grass is popping, and I'm watching the Halo Infinite demo, playing this game. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The performance, I'm a person that, I can recognize performance dips if it's below like a certain level. And I can recognize that the performance dips on this demo was crazy. And I'm like, there's nothing really going on in the world. The game resolution, it looked blurry. You remember one of my favorite games that came out last gen is the World of Final Fantasy. I put that in my top 5 games of the gen. But when the Pro came out and they had the Pro patch for that game, the patch wasn't right until they fixed it, but it wasn't right where the game looked blurry in the background and the environment looked blurry. That's what's going on here with Balan Wonderworld. It just looks blurry. I'm like, what the? You got pop-ins, the frames is bad, the world look blurry. It's a hot mess. The the default camera is garbage. So I'll put up a screenshot. Yo, have your camera this way, because if you don't have your camera set up like in these settings, you're not going to have a good time playing the game. You know what I mean? And it was really lackluster, man. Just seeing that from the demo, like it's like, yo, bro. I put out a tweet on Twitter. I was like, yo, Square. I was like, yo, Balan Wonderworld, get this shit together. This is unacceptable. This is a bad demo. Yeah. And I don't care if nobody tell me, oh, it's a demo. I don't give a fuck. It's a bad demo. It is horrible. It is not a good representation on what the retail product is going to be. And I'm scared. I might get a refund. No lie, bro. I might get a refund, bro. Because
it's not getting bought by me. Like it's a game that just I played it. I played it for like an hour. Like, as I played like the first act and things like that, and it didn't look good. I was bored playing it. It wasn't something that I thought that I would want to spend 60 on and I would enjoy myself.
They did modernize the gameplay. It's still that PS2 Dreamcast type of game. You got to get with the times. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to put some new mechanics. Yeah, we can have those platformers, but you can't have it the same way like we had played it on PS2 or Dreamcast or 64 and stuff like that. You got to you gotta up the quality a little bit, man. Every button is a jump. The way how to switch into your other costumes, which is a cool concept, but it's a pain to switch because the animation is so long. I mean, you can't do cool like platforming tricks because of how the animation is so super long. It's just like they gotta get with it, man. Like I'm thinking about refunding it. And I'll probably get it down the line, but how the performance is in the demo, this shouldn't be on anybody's spotlight. And I love Square. You guys know I'm a Square Enix fanboy. I like Knights back in the day. That was a great game, but this is not worthy. This is not worthy, bro.
Nah, I agree. Yo, Sick, did you play?
All I have to ask, man, and I hate to answer your question with a question, but why were people excited for this game?
No, because
the trailer that they showed, it looked to be something that had potential, and it looked really interesting when they first showed the trailer
that they showed. They were showing some dancing characters.
That's part of the game. Like there's a lot of dancing that's going on. Like Balan is like the main character. You're playing that in his world, trying to fix his world, pretty much. This dude is like a reality warping type of weirdo type of character. But the reason why I was excited for the game is because who's making the game. Like I said, I enjoyed Knights back in the day, and that was one of those games. Come home from school, you just play for a couple of hours, relax, chill, get into another game. You know what I mean? It was going to be one of those games for me. Mm-hmm. So I was going to support the game because I like the developer, and like Square, I support Square Enix and what they do. But at the end of the day, this was a good thing that they dropped this demo, because now it's like, yo, I'm not gonna support it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get that refund, bro, because it's not a good demo. It is not. It didn't feel good. It felt dated. It looked great as far as like play aspect. Looked dated, but the cutscenes look good. Like the character models look good. Like that stuff looked good, but the game itself, the environment looked blurry. Like it was not optimized at all, especially, and this is the PS5 version of the game. You can get the PS5 and PS4. The demo was for the PS5 version, and it just looked, it was bad, man. It was bad.
Honestly, it just feels like a last gen game, period. I mean,
yeah,
I would even go PS3, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'd say PS3. Yeah. PS3.
I wouldn't so much say PS3, but we did have some great games, platformers, especially back in the PS3 days, like the Puppeteer. But this game, I mean, it looks like it's one of those I'll catch it on a sale type games. Like that's how I feel about it. But it looks like it could be interesting down the line, but it's just not something that I'm extremely excited about, if that makes sense.
No,
so
I agree with you. The kind of concept of the game is cool. Like you have these costumes you switch into, but the way how the game play is limiting what you can do in the game because you not. It's not like you can like okay, so you have this character that he can do a jump and he does like the flurry kicks like how Luigi did in like Super Mario where he glides in the air a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really do cool tricks platforming because you can't jump and then switch into another character that could do like a tornado spin. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you're limiting the player as far as what you can do. Like trying to get these because I like games like this where you collecting. You got to get the coins and you got to get the statues and you got to get the hats and all that stuff. But it's so limited, bro. It's more limit. They limit you so much where they concentrate a little bit too much on what costume you have rather than let me try to platform here using the costumes a little bit. If that make any sense. I know it's convoluted.
No, I get that because even like the jump. So for instance, when you get the wolf, you can do the tornado spin jump or whatever. But then when you get the bunny costume, it's like a delayed jump. So like you jump and then he kind of like runs on air a little bit so you can move a little bit forward. But like you would think with a bunny, he would have like a super jump, like a double jump or something. It seems like they're doing too much in too small a space too soon. And when it comes to the gameplay, again, I'm playing it on a 65-inch TV, and this shit is blurry, bro. It looks really dated, and the gameplay just does not. It's just not. It's not fun. It's just not inspiring.
Persona, maybe it's a bug. I don't know, but
maybe they didn't QA test it, or maybe they forgot about the consoles.
That is not PlayStation fragrance over there. And I blame the Switch too, man. I blame the Switch. yo, I'm sorry, bro, but
hey,
I think on the Switch it runs bad too. But it looks like the Switch version that's on the PS5, bro. It don't look good.
If they did that, shame on them, man. Shame on them.
Doesn't look good, man.
Shame.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we ain't got to talk about that news topic now. We talked about the demo. So I mean, the demo really isn't that great. It's not that inspiring. So, I'm be honest. I agree with Bari. It's a not spotlight for us. Maybe we should add that in as a segment. Not spotlight.
Yeah, don't buy this game.
Like stay away, like a warning or whatever. For Balan Wonderland, I was excited. I was gonna pick it up. Like it was on my radar, whatever. I was gonna pick it up.
Wasn't this a game that had that other console marketing rights?
No. It was marketing with PlayStation.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Because it's only
coming
out on PlayStation.
It was
PlayStation and the Switch.
Matter of fact, it was marketed on the Switch. It was on one of their what the Switch called it?
Yes.
Their little I forgot what they call it. Their little
Nintendo Direct.
Direct. Yeah, Direct. Yeah, it was marketed Direct, and then we found out it was coming to PlayStation after the Direct.
Well, we know where they developing it on.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense now. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But so we ain't even got to talk about that news, so we can strike that from the record. But so PS Plus, PlayStation Plus, them Nortons, man, them Nortons. So PS, I'm gonna need to speak from the heart on that whole thing, bro. I'm gonna keep this stat. For those who don't know, who've been living under a rock, the PlayStation Plus February free games have gotten announced. And yes, it is a very strong month with Destruction All-Stars, brand new game, PS5 only. Control Ultimate Edition for those that didn't buy it or thought, like Bari and myself, who thought, we shouldn't buy any Ultimate Edition because you already got the regular edition. Well, now we ain't gotta buy it. So shout out to PlayStation for that. So Control Ultimate Edition and Concrete Genie. And I want to start with Sick. What's your thoughts on this month, man? Give me your thoughts. How you feeling?
You really want to know? Look. You really want to know my thoughts on this?
I really want to know your thoughts. We all want to know your thoughts.
Okay, I'm in a totally different space when it comes to this. Right? We got we got the Control Ultimate Edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Concrete Genie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And shit, what was the last one?
Destruction All Stars.
Destruction All Stars. Okay. So the only thing that stands out and that appeals to me is Destruction All Stars, because I literally bought everything else that's on that list. So Concrete Genie, I already own it. I already got the platinum. It was a great game. You guys should be absolutely amazed at what they were able to do with that game. And you got to keep an open mind, man. You got to keep an open mind, man. It's not a shoot 'em up, pow pow, bang bang game, right? But it does have its action and its moments. Control Ultimate Edition. I feel really silly because I just bought that like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So I decided that I was gonna, because I enjoyed the game, enjoy it because of the frame rates and things like that. But I enjoyed Control for what it was, and I definitely saw the potential in it. So I decided, yeah, man, I'll support them for the Ultimate Edition. And it was specifically because, you know, I got the PlayStation 5. And, you know, to see that they're giving it out for free now, I think they should give me a credit for that game since I bought it. And I bought it and never really got the benefits or the perks of it. You see what I'm saying?
That it's funny you mentioned that, Sick, because as soon as you were done with your part, I was going to add in that how PlayStation players are calling for a refund of Control Ultimate Edition after the game becomes free with Plus after a few weeks after the sale. So you think so? How long ago did you buy the game? Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know the actual.
It came out like December. The Ultimate Edition, right?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly when it was, but it had to be like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And again, I'm not mad at it per se. But if Sony wants to, you know, garner some goodwill, yeah, give me my refund, bruh. Give me my refund, bruh. But I'll take it in credit. Like, I'll take it and just spend it on something else in the store. But if you're gonna give it away for free, you did it for people who bought Maneater, right? Like, I got the perks of Maneater, but then people who bought Maneater, they got a refund. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
they gave refunds to everybody who bought Maneater.
I remember that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, cause I didn't know that they did that for Maneater, because I was gonna be like, I don't think nobody should get a refund, because, you know, that's like, you know, you buying a TV and then the new TV come out the next month, or, you know, a phone or something. And he's like, oh, I should get a refund on the phone. You know what I mean? Things like that happen. But the fact that, you know, you said that they did refund people for Maneater when it came to Plus.
Yeah.
And I'm more in agreement with that.
But
that changed my whole mind.
Now here's my thing, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Now, if they start doing this, like after a sale, a game goes free or something like that, and they just, you know, they do it this time with Control or whatever, you guys don't think it's going to become something where it's like, oh, okay, you know, I bought this 2 months ago at full
way
price,
past
and
that
now
persona.
it's on sale, or now it's free, so I should get it. I should get money back or something like that. Like I think if
we way past that point, Persona. We got past that point when they refunded people for Maneater.
Yeah, but you know, there's a such thing as a one-time exception. You know,
you know what it is.
I'm playing devil's advocate though, because I agree. Like, if you bought it like 2 weeks ago, because you know Amazon would do that. Like, if you bought something on Amazon and then it goes on sale a week or two later, they'll refund you the difference. They would.
Yeah,
So they, you know, I'm not saying that that's not something that other companies do, but at the same time, how far open should we allow something like this to be? You get what I'm saying? Because if it's every single game all the time, yeah, and you know, take an inch, you know, people in this community give an inch, they take them out. How far are we willing to accept or allowing something like that to be? Because if it's every single game all the time, there's a sale. Why have
they
sales?
set the bad they set the bad precedents, bro. It's on them. They did this.
Yeah.
This wasn't a thing where people was begging for refunds for Maneater. They decided they were going to give a refund for Maneater. Now, I get it. They foot the bill for PlayStation gamers to get the ultimate version, pretty much to slight and shit on Xbox fans, right?
Yeah.
But you set the precedence with Maneater. Sorry, they did it.
Yo, you know what, too, man? I gotta say this too, man, because I remember I did a stream about this of the whole Ultimate Edition. I said this is BS. You shouldn't buy this. Don't buy this. Y'all should not buy this. You're not getting nothing different. Everybody out here buying the $80 version of Control, and they're giving you the $80 version of Control again, just so you can get free upgrades for PS5. You know what I mean? But I get why people would buy it, because nobody knows what's coming to PlayStation Plus, right? But at the end of the day, I just felt like it didn't warrant enough to just buy this game again. You know what I mean? But I was in plus. But the fact that, like I said, the fact that I didn't know about the Maneater stuff, then I'm more inclined to be like, yeah, they should refund it.
I'm be honest. I'm glad I didn't buy it when it was on sale, even because I was close to picking it up when it was on sale, and I was just like, nah, let me wait on this. So I'm glad I didn't buy it.
I wasn't gonna buy it. I wasn't gonna. Let me see when this. Yeah, this came out like in December, bro.
It was. I think it was like November, December. It came out. So yeah, I mean, bro. I guess it's within that limit where it's like, yeah, it could get a refund. Now, if PlayStation does it, is a matter of another conversation. Because
wait, so what Maneater, they was refunding the actual. Was it credit, or was like, yo, back to your banking, your credit card, or your?
No, they were giving people refunds.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they were handing out Cyberpunk specials.
Oh, yeah, PlayStation definitely set the
precedent.
Again, I shun PlayStation for doing this with a lot of things, and people like, oh, you just a corporate slave. I'm like, bruh, stop giving these niggas the impression. I'm sorry. I said niggas. Stop giving these people, these ladies and gentlemen, the impression that things are going to be free on PlayStation. Because once you plant that seed in their mind, there is no going back.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, I think at this point, like, because it's free, because I think a lot of people were upset at the fact that they had to rebuy the entire game. And I think that and then again, this is just hypothetical, but I think this might be why it's also free so quickly as well. Because I don't think people were jumping on board with that Control Ultimate Edition, especially if they already had it. Now you got the other people that probably never bought the game at all that probably bought this. And then obviously, Sig, you and the ones that already did own it and bought this Ultimate Edition as well. Definitely get the refund. You opened the door. I agree. Like, the refund should definitely be handed down because it's free now. It's kind of shady a little bit.
Did you even play the game yet, the Ultimate Edition? Because they count in the Ultimate Edition as a different game. So even if you didn't play it, you can definitely call them up and be like, "Yo, I don't want this refund this because you ain't touch it, you ain't open it, you ain't touch it." See, I'll refund that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. They're probably gonna check. Did you get your Nortons? Everybody that want your refund. Do you have Nortons? Do you have your Norton subscription?
That's gonna be the joke of the podcast today, guys. You're gonna be hearing a lot of that. But in terms of the other, well, to stay on the topic of Control, the other part of Control too that's happening is, I just lost it too. The upgrades. So the upgrades that we can expect for PlayStation to have is haptic feedback support, and it runs at 1440p with ray tracing enabled. So the full gist of it is performance mode targets 60 frames per second with 1440p render resolution and 4K output. Graphics mode supports 30 frames per second with ray tracing at 1440p render resolution and 4K output. Not 1220p as unfortunately has been erroneously listed. The amount of times I checked this site. So yeah, this is like one of the developers confirming that it is 1440p.
Don't forget the actually using the control center for the PlayStation with the cards as far as the help and show you to do stuff as well.
Yeah,
they're using that.
So you guys are in for a treat Tuesday with Control. You're getting the PS5 version for free, and it's getting the bells and whistles with DualSense support, which a lot of people said a lot of third-party developers wouldn't be supporting, which we see a lot of third-party developers really supporting this DualSense controller, which is just such a great thing to see, right? But in terms of PlayStation Plus in general, it's a very, very strong month. And PlayStation wasn't done when it came to the news. You know, we know that Destruction All-Stars is coming out next week, but they also dropped this impromptu state of play. And oh my God, they really gave us a lot of gameplay, a lot of information that of Bari, Sick, I know you both watched the gameplay and watch the state of play. So, you know, kind of give me your thoughts, man. Seeing the gameplay, hearing what we're getting day one, and, you know, what's in the pipeline for this game. Sick, we'll start with you again. What, you know, how you feeling about Destruction All-Stars? Is it a day one play? Are you playing? I mean, because it's free, but is it a day one? You playing it day one? Can you not wait? Is there something that you see yourself playing for a long period of time? Like, give us your thoughts, man.
Okay, first and foremost, let me apologize if y'all hear a whole bunch of like crackling in the background. It's some stuff that's actually happening right now as I'm live here. That's why I put myself on mute. But Destruction All-Stars is definitely a day one. It would have been a day one if I had to purchase Destruction All-Stars. Again, I like Destruction Derby. I like Twisted Metal. This gives me vibes of both of those, and the potential for what they can do with this, especially if they add licensed PlayStation characters. Oh, that would be absolutely nuts. Yeah. Because think about it, Jack and Daxter. Imagine if they add, you know, the car from Jack X.
Yo, you giving? I hope they do that, bro. That would like propel the game,
or even add like Crash and have his car from like
yeah. Or even have a Ratchet and Clank with a car and with like, and their special can be like this big ass rocket on top of the car that comes out and shoots homing missiles or something like that.
Exactly.
You know what's sick? You know what too? Because I'm in the same ballpark as you. If they don't add Kratos in this goddamn game, but you add it in Fortnite, okay, I'm gonna be pissed as hell. You want to make Kratos look silly as hell in Fortnite, dancing around, doing the Dougie and all that, and you don't put him in Destruction All-Star and have him in the car? Listen, I'm coming for you, Herman Holtz, okay? We're going to have a conversation.
Also, if we had to think about any others, I mean, you could have Nathan Drake in that Jeep that they drove around in Uncharted 4, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have let's see, you could have Aloy on one of her robots, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of potential for this game, and honestly, there would have been more eyes on this game had they done that from the get-go, you know what I mean? Instead of showing these characters that nobody are familiar with, you know. But that's just my take on it.
I agree. The thing is too, like, the power of guest characters is very strong. It works in fighting games. That's why Mortal Kombat is so strong. You know what I mean? Fortnite, it works. And the fact that you have this free-to-play model on there, if you want this game to like have longevity, you're going to have to mix it. Yeah, you're going to probably add characters that's, you know, within that Destruction All-Star world, probably a new character and all that stuff. But you're going to have to go outside of that as well, where it's going to attract people. You know what I mean? Nobody in nobody in their right mind thought Noctis was gonna be in Tekken 7. But guess what? Noctis did well for Tekken 7. You know what I mean? Just adding those characters. And Fortnite, look at Fortnite, another free-to-play game. You know what I mean? Where they adding these Marvel characters. PlayStation, you buddy with Marvel. Let's get it together. You know, in 6 months to a year, I want to see some guest characters in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's what's going to make not just the PlayStation Nation play the game because it's in PlayStation Plus. Other people is going to be attracted to it. Yeah. Whereas, let me go. This game is looking cool too. Another free-to-play game over here. You know what I mean? You gotta. That's how these games, these free-to-play games, and these online-only games have longevities. These guest characters that they put in the game. Yeah, man, you gotta put them in there.
No, I agree.
But no, I'm going to play this day one. I'm going to do it after work. It comes out the same day as Yee's 9 as well. So Yee's I'm going to play in the day, and then the nighttime I play Destruction, learn the game, and then we can do a big stream. You know what I mean? Just, you know, let's have fun with the game, man. Learn the game and play these characters.
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. Listen, the game was a day one purchase off rip. The game was already bought last year.
Oh yeah, we got refunded.
The game was pre-ordered last year because it looked interesting enough that it warranted a purchase and to give it a chance. And then PlayStation decided to make it free, and so we all got refunded. Seeing the game now and seeing the state of play and what's going on with that, it looks phenomenal, man. Like the colors pop, like it just looks like a really, really solid.
I like the modes too, man. The modes look really, really fun. Normally, the first mode, what they had, I think, is like Carnado.
Yeah,
and the other
Carnado.
mode where it's like a kill confirm. Probably is the mode I'm going to be more so be playing. But the last stand mode looks fun too, where the world is breaking apart, and you got to be the last card there. It looks good, man. Just add some. You have those basic modes when it start, and then you expand from that because it's probably going to be a games of service for sure. And I like the fact that it's cosmetics. Depending how cool you want your character to look. Is how long, depending on how you're gonna grind the game out, or for those people, those whales out there is gonna buy. Mm-hmm. You can, deck your character out, but you're not getting a play advantage. Mm-hmm. That's cool with me. I don't have no issue with that as well.
Yeah,
you know what they should do? They should, and I know y'all gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But they should get Travis Scott to stream this game.
Yo, it's a smart move. It's a smart move.
Yeah,
they should play the influencer game with this game because literally that's how these games actually get popular.
That's true. I agree. I
remember Drake was playing Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree 100. If they really want, because at the end of the day, they're gonna make money off of PlayStation Plus. People trying to play the game, but within a couple of months or two. Those people are not going to be on PS Plus, and they're probably just going to be playing the game, right? Yeah. So what you're going to do to get that money, you got to have people attracted to play the game. People's going to obviously spend money. That microtransactions is where they're going to make that money. And the people that Travis Scott or influencer can attract, that would just spend in, that's what they want. So yeah, I agree 100% with Say on that, man.
If they get Travis Scott, they can also get what's her name? Kylie Jenner.
Oh, Kylie.
Kylie.
Yeah. Is it Kylie?
Yeah, it's Kylie.
Yeah.
Okay. That right there in itself would be massive. Now, if they can get like the offsets, which I don't think they would because they like Call of Duty fans and they love playing Warzone, but if they can get like the Migos, if they can get like other big influencers like that to play this game, that would literally, because you got to remember, we live in a world of sheep where people just follow whatever's trending. You know what I'm saying? And I know people hate to believe it, but it's true.
It's true. Or get like a Travis Scott kind of persona character in the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, this is he promoted. This is the character they made in the game for me. Yo, people would jump on that shit.
Yeah, people would definitely jump on it on that, like just off rip with that.
Also, get it in esports.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure they will want that. Look at Rocket League. They definitely want the same type of deal with that exactly. But you gotta have the people playing it. You know what I mean? The first
you gotta have the pros playing it too, man. Like the big popular guys. The influencers, quote unquote, they've got to be playing it too for it to generate a esports presence and stuff like that.
The first 3 to 6 months is really not. Is how it's a long game, man. It's people still playing this game 6 months down the line, and these are the things that you got to do.
Also, is it being supported?
Yeah,
That's something like I don't want them to put the game out and then we don't get nothing, no updates or nothing new until the end of the summer. It's like that's not gonna work.
They stop giving out updates because they want to focus on the new games they're putting out.
Yep. That. Yo, real talk.
You ain't pick up on that, boy.
No. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because Bleeding Edge Bleeding Edge is a perfect example. Yeah, you guys, the things that you said is a perfect example that leads to Bleeding Edge. Like that game, it could have been something, but there's a stagnant. They overwork. I guess they overwork because they want to work on other things and all that stuff. The community wasn't playing it. They didn't have no guest character. All the things that we're
really
saying here that
supporting it either.
They need to do. You know what I mean? And look what happened to the game. Dead on arrival.
We are a PlayStation Plus. We are a PlayStation Central podcast. I just want to put that out there. But in terms of Bleeding Edge, there really was no buzz around it, you know, and there really was no updates either. Not that I saw in like the news or anything like that. So that's not something that I want for Destruction also. I don't want it to be something that they just put out and think, you know, it's just going to blow up. No, you gotta, you know, the guest characters, you gotta really put some work in and do what you can. You can't bullshit with this one. You really gotta put in some time. And again, the guest characters, this is a PlayStation title. You should have. I need to see Jin Sakai in there. So like the possibilities are endless with PlayStation.
Go crazy
characters.
with it, man.
Like, you really can like blow this game up and it be something fire. You know, costumes, different arenas, different modes. You know, you really want to put a lot of effort behind this, and I hope they do. I hope it's not just a
go crazy with it. And I mean, hopefully
quit it style game.
Go crazy with it. This game should be chaotic fun. The same thing I said with Bleeding Edge. Bleeding Edge, they tried to make it too safe. The characters wasn't good enough. Whereas there's 3 characters that everybody want to pick. If they didn't pick that character, people was gone. You know what I mean? You want to have all the characters fun, have it chaotic, organized fun. You know what I mean? And you're gonna go a long way. That's what Fortnite is. Yeah. It's chaos, but it's organized. It has
Fortnite got all types of crazy, like Thanos and Wolverine and X-Men and Marvel and football players and all. Like, they go crazy, and that's why it's at the level that it's at.
Persona, they go crazy, but guess what? They have the rules of the game that people follow within that crazy.
Yeah.
You can go crazy, but have your rules. You can have, you know what I mean? You can have it organized, but you know, these devs don't want to take the risk, man.
Yeah, the fact that like Crash is not in there as a guest character, something is like criminal. Sweet Tooth, like it's criminal. It's like a game like this with no Sweet Tooth, Twisted Metal. Like this is the perfect game to get him back out there and get him real popular, or Crash and, you know, Jack and Daxter, all these different characters. Why
they could put Joel and Ellie in it? You remember that pickup truck they was in?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They can do it.
The thing is, this is free to play, so you can either grind for it or you can just, you know, buy them to get them right.
And you know, people gonna pay money for the thing because they don't like to play games to do stuff anyway.
I will spend $60 in microtransactions in that game.
Oh yeah, of course.
Why? Because I would have bought the game anyway.
Exactly. Well, 70. You know, remember it's anti-consumer prices now. So,
it was 70.
Yeah.
Okay, 70, well I'll spend 70 in
prices. Yeah.
I'll spend 70 in it. No problem.
Yeah. Anti-consumer prices. You know how that goes.
My character gonna be jiggy.
I was gonna say my character, first character I'm using is old girl with the no legs.
Right here.
Yeah, the girl that's on the cover here. I forgot her name.
I'm using that wolf girl, man. That's the first character I'm running to. That wolf girl.
All my characters, I got my 3 mains. All my characters is definitely going to be.
And that's the thing. The character balance has to be right. The characters have to be fun, because if you just lock to one character, you know, per game or whatnot, somebody pick your character before you. You know, people's gonna be like, oh my god.
I hope it's not like that where you can only have one of the characters on the screen on the map. I hope they don't do that. That's gonna piss me off.
Listen, Arsenic is right. This game isn't free to play, but the simple fact that I don't have to spend money on it because I've already bought PlayStation Plus anyway, it's free to me, or at least somewhat free to me.
Yeah. Like when I say free to play, I'm talking, you know, a couple of months down the line. It's not, because this is only being offering on PlayStation Plus for how long?
2 months
until
April.
For like 2 months.
Can people buy it though?
I don't think they can. I don't know. I heard
We'll
people
know,
say they
we'll
can
know
buy it.
Tuesday. We'll know Tuesday for sure.
They can't, because it wouldn't make any sense, because if you bought it, you would still have to buy Plus.
Exactly.
So it would be stupid if you would go out and pay for it instead of just getting Plus, when you're gonna have to buy both of them anyway.
People do that. People do that stuff, man.
I want to own my game. Yeah, I don't know, man, but
Well, technically, I mean, unless you're one of those people who very rarely, if ever, buy Plus, then I can understand it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens Tuesday. Tuesday is literally right around the corner. I'm excited. So listen,
how you can buy the physical version of the game? They ain't even shipped the game yet. I don't know. I did hear people say they could, but it's weird though.
The game is online only, man. Like, it's online only, bro.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm playing it Tuesday. The games get played either way. Like, if I got to pay 80, 70, or it's coming through Plus, it was going to get played regardless. So I'm going to enjoy that Tuesday.
I'm going to have it on there.
Because you can still buy the game. Because once the game goes away from Plus, how you going to play the game? How you going to get the game? How you going to play it? You can buy the game.
It's going to be free to play. It's going to be a free to play game. The way how the game is structured and what they said with that state of play, there's no way they're going to charge you, for the game outside of it. There's no way. It just has that free to play kind of model. We'll see.
We'll see.
Because
if that's the case, why put a time frame on how long it's going to be in Plus? We'll see.
You gotta move on. From the Plus games.
Listen, man, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to play it. I think it's gonna be super fun. Shout out to the PlayStation Nation. We gonna do it big with this game. We gonna do it big.
We finna play it. We definitely gonna play it. Because we play games. But listen, who here would want a Ghost of Tsushima 2? Bari, Sick, do y'all want a Ghost of Tsushima 2?
Let me think about that. Yes.
Sick, you want Ghost of Tsushima 2?
Listen, man, I hate to try and be the contrarian, because I'm not trying to be a contrarian, man.
Okay.
I'd prefer another Infamous before we get another Ghost of Tsushima, but I mean, I'm not turning down a Ghost of Tsushima though.
Infamous is.
I was gonna say I love Infamous as well. That's a toss up. I would want either or. But Ghost of Tsushima 2 seemingly confirmed by Sucker Punch's cinematic director. So in the bio of the director, he says, presently working on Ghost of Tsushima game for Sony PS5. That's in the bio. Now, that could just mean this Ghost of Tsushima 1 updates for PS5 or whatever. Or it could be Ghost of Tsushima 2. And, lapse of judgment, he put it in there. Or whatever, but let's play rumor mill. So just if this is true, what's your thoughts?
If
we don't know if it's true, but because
Ghost of Tsushima was a runaway success.
Yes, definitely happened.
Why would they stop at 1?
True.
Plus, the way they ended it, you could tell others was going to happen.
Yeah, true.
Because the Mongols is still on Tsushima.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so.
Yes, they are.
And plus, depending on your ending, or however I'm pretty sure they're gonna pick the first choice that you can pick in the ending to have a certain person. How can I word this? I'm spoiling. I know Michael. Man,
listen. When did that game come out? July.
It's still fresh.
No, it's not. It's not. Say what you got to say.
All right, so I'm gonna say this. Depending on the end, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pick a certain ending for the true ending. That's how Sucker Punch do it. You can just tell with part 2, you're probably gonna start off on Tsushima, but you're gonna go over to that mainland.
Not only that, but I think if you decide to kill the uncle or not, either of course. Listen, man, if people didn't play the game by now on sale, they're not gonna play it. Like, it's been almost 6 months. More than 6 months. Listen.
What if they branch off? Just my weird mind thinking. What if they branch off and they leave the Mongol War and they go to a different world war? What if it becomes how can I say this? What if it becomes
it's like a folktale that the new characters take?
What if they start doing other crazy ass wars that happen, like World War II or World War One, where it's not Jin Sakai, but they are the ghost of that particular war that was going on?
I don't see that. How would that fit into Ghost of Tsushima though? Tsushima's about the
No.
island Tsushima.
I'm saying, what if they move away from it just being Ghost of Tsushima and they move it to a different location? That way they can actually be dynamic with the character and it's just not about samurais anymore. Now they can go into other stuff.
I feel like
I don't see them doing that.
Have them keep on being compared to Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? Every game that comes out is going, oh, this Assassin's Creed was in a different, time and a different location. I think they should continue in Japan and throw it out that world out there, throw out that world as far as like, taking the Mongols out or whatever other war they had. I don't know Japanese history like that as far as wars. But
what I was going to say is, with the way the story ends in 1, again, whichever decision you make, the uncle's army is going to come after you regardless because you are a criminal. So either decision, that army is still going to come after you. And then remember, there's still more Mongolians on the way.
Mongolians.
So,
but in the second
story,
wasn't a dream, and this is all fake.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Nah.
Ghost of Moscow.
They can't do that. They can't do that. Cause that's some true Assassin's Creed shit. They can't do that.
They Ghost of Moscow. They Ghost of Rome.
Ghost of Moscow.
Hey.
Nah, they can't do that. Ghost of World War II.
No, but I'm saying, listen. I know y'all like, yo, this is a joke, right? But what if they do that? What if they do that and it gives them the ability to be dynamic? Because with Ghost of Tsushima, they focus on samurai. Ghost of Moscow, they can focus on people who infiltrated Russia.
I don't see that being.
I like the samurai, time period. Yeah, I would like to.
I would want them to continue there just because the way that was done was just so unique. And
Ghost of Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
I do see them. I do see them possibly going to the mainland at some point. I do see that. I do see them doing that, but I do see Ghost of Tsushima 2 still being something that primarily is taking place on the island.
Ghost of Hiroshima.
That's still a war. That's still World War II.
Ghost of Hiroshima. Ghost of Nagasaki.
You really think they're gonna make a game with? You think American developers gonna make a game about Japanese people killing Americans? You think that's
why not
gonna fly? They're not gonna make that, bro.
Why not?
They're not gonna make that because
why not?
Because that's not something that anybody is gonna buy. They're not. Japanese people killing Americans? No, they're not doing that.
Nobody's gonna buy that?
No.
I buy that shit.
Not. They're not. One, that's not even gonna make it past the boardroom. That's a straight no. You really think do you really think Japan you really think Sony or PlayStation is gonna be sitting in a boardroom and say, yeah, let's make a game about Japanese people killing Americans? You really think they're gonna do that?
Like, y'all thought we abandoned Japan?
Hey, yo, listen. You understand how much controversy, how much backlash that game's gonna get? They're not doing that. They're not doing that.
That's going beyond
that controversy. That controversy. Oh yeah, you gonna have the government looking at the game like, why are they making this? Like, no, that's not gonna make it.
Why not make it?
Because that's offensive to American veterans. They wouldn't do that.
Shit, and Resident Evil wasn't offensive to Africans?
I mean, listen, It's an American developer, man. America. It's about America. Like, and listen, I'm speaking on how I know it's going to be. Americans are going to look at that and be like, no, that's offensive, because you're killing World War II veterans, American veterans. Like, really think about that. Sick. So it's a game made where Japanese Hiroshima survivors or people that died and came back, whatever, are killing World War II American soldiers. Really
patriotic.
Really think about that for a second. And this is an American developer making this game. Think about that for a second.
It'll be patriotic.
No, it would not. It would not be. Not in the sense that you think it would be. And I'm saying on this side of the world, in America, that's not patriotic. People wouldn't look at that as patriotic. I don't think. Now listen, if they were to make a game like that, I would definitely check it out. But really think about that. Like, Bari, what do you think? Bari, what do you? Am I wrong here?
I will stop supporting Sucker Punch games if they ever did such a thing like that. Ever.
Yeah, because like, you know, my great grandfather was a World War II vet. Hey, listen, I'm just saying, man. My great grandfather was a World War II vet. That really is offensive. That's really offensive to people. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Americans, that's offensive.
So as long as it's offensive to Americans,
yes, because
it's a no-go.
Yes.
But if it's offensive to anybody else, fuck it.
In the sense, listen, that's how the people are going to look at it. Am I saying that it's right that it's being looked at in that way? No, but that's how the people are going to look at it.
They said there's an echo on you.
I think that's it's an echo on me. What?
Wait, I think it's coming through my.
It's yours. Yeah, it's coming through you.
Hold on, give me a second. Let me turn myself down.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, yeah, you sound the same to me.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what's going on.
you still hear the echo, guys.
No, because when he was talking, I was seeing my light up. So
yeah, it might have been.
It was me.
Yeah, that's what it might have been. But that's. I mean, but do you understand what I'm saying? When I say that, now listen, it might be a cool concept or whatever. It might, by some miraculous thing, make it past the executives table. I highly doubt it, and I'm talking the American executives and even the Japanese executives, and no one's gonna sign off on that. No one.
What about Ghost of
if
the
Sucker
Americas?
Punch came into the room and
Columbus
said,
story.
Say it again.
Ghost of America, the Columbus story.
That wouldn't fly either. not in today's time. No, that wouldn't fly.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm looking at it in the sense of how the Twitter people, activists and things like that, and just like with everything going on in the world and all that, I'm looking at how that is going to be perceived.
Everybody got Twitter fingers.
Come out, and it's
right.
going to be perceived in a really messed up way.
Okay,
to Americans is what I'm saying.
Okay, no, completely got it. Understood.
Now, is it wrong that, you know, the she was on the other foot or whatever? No. I mean, yes.
What about Ghost of the White House? A President Trump story.
Yeah, we go move on. We go move on.
Are you gonna buy that?
I ain't buying none of that, bro. I'm keep it real. All that staying on the shelf, man. That'll be one PlayStation game that I don't support in any capacity. All that can go ahead and stay on the shelf, man. I'm good.
PlayStation really let their devs create anything.
Facts. They really give their developers freedom. Let's move on, man.
Ghost of Bagger.
Somebody
gonna have a game with that. Trust me, yo.
I see it. I see it. But let's move on. So listen, Konami, they did a big restructuring this week, and there was a lot of news about it this week. And a lot of people thought that Konami was going to be selling off their gaming division, which is not true, because then, you know, once you hear selling gaming divisions, the cogs start spinning, and you start getting these conspiracy tweets of, well, if PlayStation buys this, PlayStation's gonna buy Metal Gear Solid IP and Silent Hill IP, and I seen people saying Xbox should buy Konami, and then you see the what ifs of what if every single Metal Gear was on Game Pass? That was all this crazy stuff that was happening this week. But
it's not only Konami either. It was RGG too. They restructured.
Yes, they restructured their executives.
Yeah, he creative director. Got a creative.
Yeah, he's a creative director now. Yeah.
Same man. Look.
But with Konami, they are not shutting down their gaming division. They probably have not sold their IPs to a company like more than them either. So really, there really is not a lot of information of like what it could or can't be. But the general consensus is that Konami is not shutting down their gaming division. Now, in terms of IPs being sold, highly doubtful as well. But we can pay the what if games. What's your thoughts on this, bro?
I think Konami don't need to shut down. People need to stop saying that.
Okay.
But I do feel like Konami need to sell off all their IPs to Sony. Let's just get it done. Let's go ahead and give Sony that stimulus pack, man.
Only one I would really care about is Metal Gear Solid. I'm gonna be honest. Like if PlayStation was to pull out the checkbook for any IP, it would be Metal Gear. Silent Hill, I really don't care. Be honest.
Castlevania, no.
No, I don't really care about that either. Even though I did play Castlevania back, on Super Nintendo. I don't care. I wouldn't be breaking down the door for them to buy that IP. Only one I really mainly care about is Metal Gear.
I want the Bombermans, I want the Yu-Gi-Ohs, and Metal Gear. That's it.
Yu-Gi-Oh's Konami?
Yeah.
All right, Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah. I could. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
Give me Silent Hill, man. I love horror. Give me Castlevania. You know what I'm saying? I love Castlevania. And actually, give me the Castlevania Lord of the Shadow style. Give me that.
That's the 3D.
Who made Golden Axe? Was that Konami?
Mm-mm.
No. That was
which beat 'em up did Konami make?
Beat 'em up?
Not beat 'em up, but like one of them Golden Axe style games.
Yeah, Pro Evolution make a lot of money too. They had a lot of licensed stuff. Like they had the Batman game that came out in the day, the Turtles games. They were doing those. They was like publishing those.
They
make Contra, bro. Do you need anything?
Yeah, Contra. A
bro?
new age Contra would be pretty cool. Like a new age, like 2021, like 3D open world, like big world Contra game. That'd be pretty cool.
Who did Suikoden? Is Suikoden that Konami?
Suikoden.
I'm remembering the game and I remember a Konami logo, but I'm not. Let me look it up. I'm not sure.
Suikoden. I don't think that's Konami. Let me look right now. I'm looking. Suikoden is the publisher. Oh, it is Konami. Whoa.
I remember like a Konami logo. I'm thinking about the game. Like I remember the Konami popping up.
Yeah. Let me get that Suikoden. Yeah, developed by Konami. Yo, let me get them Yo. Yeah, all right. So let me take that back. Metal Gear Solid.
That series for a minute.
Metal Gear Solid and Suikoden. Those would be the two IPs that I would want PlayStation to pull out the checkbook for.
Come on, bro. Zone of the Enders.
Yes, as well.
Bro. Stop playing. Gradius.
Yeah, they got some stuff.
Playing.
Konami's got a good list, man. I really don't think about Konami too often these days, but they do got a good list.
Listen, when was the last Silent Hill game? What's the last
Silent Hill?
Wasn't Silent Hill Downpour? I think it was Silent Hill Downpour.
We're about to hit up them Googles.
When did it come?
Yeah, yo, Sick is right actually. Silent Hill Book of Memories 2012. But really the main series Silent Hill was Silent Hill Downpour 2012. That's the last game.
I remember because I played the hell out of that game on PS3.
Oh, so that came out on PS3.
Yeah.
Silent Hill, they totally skipped last gen. Yeah,
they had Silent Hill Oh, actually, no. Silent Hill
PT.
Book of Memories was PS Vita, and PT was PS4. Even though that's not a full fledged
It's
Oh,
game,
okay.
not. But it was the pre teaser or whatever they call it.
precursor or whatever. Yeah.
So it's got a whole bunch of IPs not doing that with, man.
Yeah.
Except for Pez. Yeah, Pez, they make a lot of money off of that.
Listen, man, just sell Sony these IPs, bro. Give them the Silent Hill franchise. Give them the Castlevania franchise. Look, y'all could have the Metal Gear. Unless they make a really good Metal Gear.
I would want Bluepoint to be the main developer for anything Metal Gear or Silent Hill.
Nah, they got to get Kojima back on that.
I mean, Kojima gonna have to come under this PlayStation umbrella first, man. Cause you got to come under here, bro. We ain't doing none of that.
That anyway.
We ain't doing none of that straight to PC later on bullshit, man. You got to come. We gonna have to acquire you, man. You got to be acquired. We ain't doing none of that. You know, I own the IP and then you want to put it up. No, we're not doing that. No, not at all. You want to do that? Come get acquired.
Hello, everyone.
Come get acquired. Then we'll talk some business. But yeah, let's move on. A bit of sad news, guys. A really bit of sad news.
Wait. Before you do that. May I please ask the audience? Can you please hit that like button? Possibly share it out to your favorite social media.
Hey,
man.
These guys are doing the Lord's work out here.
That's a fact, man. I'm trying, man. We trying.
Continue, Persona.
Thank you. Listen, man. Sad news, man. Sad news. This hurt me, and as soon as I seen this, I hit up Bari and I'm like, yo, this is a shitty birthday because they did it on my birthday. Right?
Why do I feel like I know what you about to say? Because I don't think this was in the pre-show stuff.
It was. It's Returnal delay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind.
It hurt my heart, man. It hurt my heart. This really hurt, man, because I am anticipating this game like crazy. Like I'm fiending for this game. And yo, man, PlayStation just was like, yo, look, Returnal has a new release date of April 30th. More than a month and a half away. April 30th, SIE and Housemarque has made the decision to move the release date in order to give the team extra time to continue to polish the game to the level of quality players expect for Housemarque. See, then they got the audacity to say, "See you in April," all happy and shit.
Why? You know why? Because we're under the cyberpunk effect.
I was gonna say cyberpunk scared the shit out of every single developer in the industry.
Read this paragraph here. Normally in a delay, people will be like, "Oh, we're sorry. You know, we understand that you guys are hyped for the game. You know, we appreciate the support." They ain't saying none of that. They got to the nitty gritty and say, "See you in April." You know why? Because it's like, oh, everybody's gonna be okay. This is fine because we don't want another cyberpunk. They know what they're doing. They know what they were doing here, man. They knew it, man. They knew it, man.
Yeah. This one really, really hurt. What's your thoughts on this, Sick?
I am so proud of Housemarque. I'm so proud of Housemarque and SIE.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. This delay had nothing to do with them having to polish the game. Don't get me wrong. When I was watching some of them videos, I don't know if it was the stream or if it was, the actual game itself, but sometimes some frame rates was looking like they was all over the place. But a month is not enough time to fix that. So let's get up out of the idea that that's the reason why they're moving this game. They moved this game because now they see everybody else's schedule of a release. Everybody has now put out when they're going to release their product, and they see it to be more fit to put it out April 30th.
So then let me ask you this question. Do you think that with part of the reason why Returnal got moved might be because there's a bigger game we don't know about yet getting released in March?
No. I'm going to give you another one of my theories.
Mm-hmm.
By April 30th, they are assuming there will be some semblance of normalcy in America and around the world because we're getting all of these vaccine shots out there.
Okay.
100 million in the arms in the next 90 days. Returnal delayed damn near 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, they moving strategically. They want to be able to, get these games pressed up and have it, release in the retail, same way it releases digital. It's something bigger behind it. And I don't think it's because they want to polish the game further, though.
Well, what you think, Bari?
I think it has to do more with their financial quarterings. Like April 1st is going to be like their new quarter. I think that's what.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's PlayStation first quarter is going to be. So I'm assuming that within that quarter they might have like a whole bunch of, probably like exclusive games coming out, and so they want that specific quarter to look really, really good. So we're going to push Returnal and have it be, reported in quarter one or whatnot. Because when it was originally release date, March
19th.
Yeah, you had a couple of days for the quarters over Q4 for PlayStation. I mean Sony. I don't know. I think more so has to do with that, but I didn't see the dips or anything like that as far as frames. It looked clean to me, man. What I saw, like any release or any delay, I'm just upset because it's something I was anticipating, so I have to wait a little bit longer. But at the end of the day, I know what PlayStation game has been delayed and it still was like a mess. Probably the only one is Drive Club, right? And that's probably more so on the server side rather than the actual game performance. So at the end of the day, I know we're getting a good quality game here. And it just gives me more time to play other games that's coming out in February. February is a beast.
Yo, February is a packed month. But March is not, especially with me not buying Balan no more, because Balan Wonderworld comes out the 26th of March. So now that that's gone, really the only thing that's coming out in March, nothing actually. Nothing. There's nothing, because we don't have the release date for King. This is my thing, right? I'm selfish. I think they did this especially on my birthday, to piss me off. That's why they did this, to be honest with you. No, but realistically, I don't know. I can't really place why they did this, because with all that we've seen so far, the game looks fairly polished to me. Now, granted, we might not be seeing, what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know, right? There might be well, let me not even put that negativity in the air, because we talk about PlayStation developers, but there might be some type of, some tweaks and things like that. They might really be trying to tweak the frame rate or whatever. They really might be. So I'm not going to sit there and say that they're not. But from what we've seen so far, the game looks fairly, really, really polished and really good. Now, in terms of the whole cyberpunk effect, I think a lot of people, a lot of developers are scared, not scared, but they're aware. Now, what I mean by that is, Cyberpunk is they're the sacrifice, unfortunately, rightfully so. But they are the sacrifice, and all other developers, even PlayStation developers, are put on notice. And so I think everyone is really trying to be really cautious with the development process, making sure that games really do perform and are doing what they say they do. And, because no one wants what CD Projekt Red is getting right now. Nobody. So, listen, you want to delay it a month? Fine. PlayStation game is still eating good over here. It's just March now just looks really dry and dense. Like there really is nothing in March. Like March is an open month. That's my whole thing. So,
well, open for third party, but as far as like an exclusive PlayStation game, March was supposed to hold that down. But hey, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I'm still hyped for the game.
Big facts.
Just a little sad that you gotta wait a little longer.
Big facts.
Cause January is over. We was there. We was there, man.
It was close. That's why it hurts so much, because it's like, yo, we were right there. You feel me? But this is all right, so we're gonna segue into a fighting game topics real quick. And a new character that I'm not gonna lie looks really, really interesting to me, man. And I can't wait to try him. Is Henri? Am I saying his name right, Barry? Henri.
Uno.
No, Henri. Grand Blue.
Nah, it's Uno.
It's Uno.
Henri.
Okay.
They have it there, but his name is really Uno.
Okay, so we got Uno.
Even when you select him, you're gonna hear Uno.
Uno. All right, cool. So Uno, which is coming out for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and this character looks really fun, really interesting. He looks like he definitely looks very difficult to play, but he still looks very, very fun, and his parry game is immaculate, especially if you fighting a masher. So like you see here, like his character play style, his defensive tools are key to victory. Parry your foes with Arm the Bastion. Adapt to any situation with Spiral Spear's follow-up. He's a lone sage. And you're going to see the gameplay here. Barry, let's start with you, man. Listen, man, he's looking pretty dope, man. What's good here? What you thinking?
Yeah, this character, he's gonna fuck you up. This character, his normals is great. His standing medium is great. His low medium is great. His far H is amazing. That thing like go half screen. What's dangerous about this character is going to be his parry and so he got pretty much three
air parry too, man. It's nasty.
Yeah, his person X, he does like an automatic parry where it blocks income and you can time it to block in multiple things. But his DP, the startup of his DP is also a parry. And you can do a follow up after D. That's the thing about this character is going to be dangerous because the follow ups with his parry. So his DP has follow ups where he can mix you with a low, or he mix you like it's not an overhead, but it's just a more damaging hit. And he got this low that can corner carry, and he got this spear fireball that will carry to the corner as well. Then he has a charge up move that is another follow up. So if you like wake up pressing buttons, or you wake up pressing like like super, he will parry that, but he also will punish it with a follow up. So that's the overhead what you just saw right there. This guy got some crazy stuff to him, man. And then what makes a good character as well in Grand Blue is that you can anti-air or anti-air. So normally you jump in the air, somebody press like 2H. He has a lot of anti-air maneuvers to get from people, punish him while he's trying to get in. But this character, he doesn't need to get in. His range is super good, man. It's a dope character. But
his poke game looks like it's really good as well. That staff look like it's really going to be able to do some good whiff punishes with at a distance.
His poke is good. His fireball game is not that good, but it does cause a lot of pushback on block. And his mid-screen combos, I wouldn't say is the greatest. He's more like in the corner. This guy is dangerous though. He will eat your life away. But yeah, he's difficult though, because as soon as one thing I like to do, I like to go into the trials and then see what the character can do. It's not easy because he has a
cross up. It's nice too, man. Oh my god,
as well. He has an install kind of crazy.
Yeah,
that can do some crazy stuff. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work for you to get really, really good with the character. But right away you can pick him up and you be like, oh, you can tell this character is good.
Mm-hmm. Sick. Do you play Grand Blue? Have you tried it at all?
No. Honestly, I want to play the Relink, the RPG version of this game.
Yeah.
Where you can like run around with 4 characters.
Yeah.
But just looking at the video, man, this character, he looks absolutely OP. Like he was in the middle of a freaking onslaught of attacks, and he recovered out of that with absolutely no issue. I don't know, man. Like this, I guess you got to be able to play with him though. Right? Because what they're showing you is everything good that he can do. But realistically, can you execute that in battle? I mean, it's definitely something that I do want to try out, but no, I would have to say I don't play Grand Blue Versus.
Gotcha.
You can execute this stuff, but you got to practice it because his combos is not the easiest of combos. Because he has a lot of tools. He got a lot of good stuff, but in the corner, I'll say his combo is a little bit more easier. Mid screen, still trying to figure that out with him. Mm-hmm. But he's not really like a mix-up character where like somebody go for a knockdown and then you have to guess like is they gonna go high or low or cross you up. He's more like a I'm gonna counter you type of setup type of character.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's good. He's super good though. Instantly, anybody that plays this character that's all surface level, you pick him up, play him, you go, oh, this guy got some good stuff. But once you when you get into the nooks and crannies of the character, then you go like, yo, this character's OD. This character's so crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
It's a day one. He's available now for those that are into fighting games. He's available now, so you can go to the PlayStation Store and you can download him now and try him out and practice and things like that. I'm actually going to practice with him this weekend. I'm excited. I want to see what he's hitting for. And, yeah, that's Grand Blue. Another fighting game that comes out this year, King of Fighters 15. Got my boy Benny Maru in the building. And, my God, this is my first time seeing this trailer, too. So, I'm a bit amazed, too, man. I'm going to let Bari kind of lead with this one, man. Bari, give us your thoughts.
Load that thing up, man. My boy Benny Maru finally got his trailer. I don't think he's on Team Japan no more, though. Just due to how they're laying out the trailers. Yeah. He might be a different team, but I don't give a damn. You can pick whoever you want to put, whoever with what in King of Fighters. But it's my main character I always had in King of Fighters. Benny Maru's always been my main. And I see that he has a new move now, man. You're going to see her over here close. He got like a dive kick, like a Sparrow move, which is pretty good, man. But yeah, Benny Maru's always been great.
Oh, he's Team Hero.
Yeah.
He's Team Hero. Okay.
Benny Maru always been great. But you saw that little spiral little move right there? That's new. That's yeah. But yeah, man.
This trailer too
Andy
quick.
Bogard any day, bro.
Which one? Say it again.
Andy Bogard, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite character in King of Fighters has always been Iori. So I'm gonna need them to put Iori back in here, man. I need the Iori trailer. That's what I need. But
those trailers.
Benny Maru looks pretty dope though, and yeah, this game really does look beautiful, man. I gotta give it to them, man. They stepped up from King of Fighters 14 and how it looked, like the aesthetics. This game definitely just looks. The colors pop and it looks very next gen, very smooth. I'm excited to play this King of Fighters, man, and get the team together. What'd you say, bro?
Animation wise, it just looks better. Like what the characters are doing just looks better than 14 when it originally came out.
Yeah, it definitely does. 100%. Sick, you got any thoughts on this? Are you getting King of Fighters 15, Sick?
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, man, we might have to get some matches in on stream, bro.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Like I said, Andy and Terry Bogard, bro. That's my team right there.
Okay.
Bring your best.
What was the old karate guy's name, Bari? I forgot his name.
Oh, Mr. Karate.
Mr. Karate. That's an L for me. Mr. Karate, Iori, and red dress, big boobs. I forgot her name. Yeah, that was my squad.
Yo, you know what's funny about King of Fighters, yo? Mai is always gonna be just a great character because they know what's gonna sell. People gonna like Mai. You always got to make her good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's always gonna be like Iori too. He's always gonna
Iori
be like,
he's always been a monster in the game, man. Iori is since I was young, I've always loved Iori, man. Always. Yep. He's a beast. Now let's talk about a game that really fell off the face of the earth. Can you guys guess what that is? Y'all give up? Y'all give up? I got y'all, man. A game that fell off the face of the earth.
It's a PlayStation podcast, man. We can't be, talking about other platforms and their games, man. Come on, man.
No, I'm talking about a game that's I'm talking about a game that's coming to PlayStation.
Right.
I'm talking about Biomutant. Biomutant. This game fell off the face of the earth. And then we just got a confirmation this week that the game will be coming out for PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One on May 25th, 2021. Now, I hope and pray that this game has a next-gen patch. And to refresh y'all memories while we talk about it, here's some gameplay.
But it didn't fall out. It didn't fall off the face of the earth. What they literally said is, because people asked them before when the game was going to release, and they said when we feel like releasing it. That was literally that was literally their response, because they didn't want to give a release date and then not make the release date. So it was always coming. But you're right, it did fall off the face of the earth in terms of people who are actually looking for it.
Yeah,
because I used to make references to Biomutant all the time. People like, what the hell is Biomutant?
Yeah,
they forget about it.
That game is lit though.
It looks like a really dope game though. That's the thing. Like it looks awesome.
I'm a little upset there's no PS5 version though. But it is what it is.
Not because it was always a last gen game though.
Yeah, this because this had got announced in 2018 or something like that. This got announced a while back.
I'm saying with the delay and everything. You know, I was like at least expecting like, oh, it's on PS5, PS4. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Tell you why though.
Yeah,
I can tell you why, because THQ has like hundreds of games in the works right now.
Yeah,
they literally have multiple studios, and they've been acquiring a whole bunch of studios as well, and they're all working on games. They're all working on games, bro. None of them is gonna focus on next gen.
Yeah, this look good, man. Yo, so with the announcement of the release date, they didn't give a new trailer to it?
No, they just put a picture of the release date, and that was it.
Oh, they confident. Okay.
I mean, because the gameplay that they showed before, it looks really like this looks really, really good.
Those boss battles and the different way you take on the bosses is crazy, dog.
I think this the boss right here too. Yeah, I think this a boss. Yeah.
It look good, man. It's something different, like a squirrel rat with a sword with a buster blade. He
probably from New York too. This rat thingy.
You already want me with the sword, so you know what I mean.
He won me over with the sword, man. I like my little sword things and stuff like that. This looks good. Like, you know, like even looking at the gameplay from back then, this looks really, really, really good. So, he picked him up. I thought he was gonna slam him.
It's messed up to say. I hope this game is like has a dynamic resolution. And
what?
If you play on PS5, it will be locked. Is that weird to say?
I thought you was. I was like, where are you going with that? Where are you going with that? I hope the game is 60 frames, man. I'm gonna be honest, or it has a performance mode just to be able to compensate for the PlayStation 5, because we're all on PS5, man. Like next gen is here, and realistically with THQ, I understand they're making a lot of games, and you want to capitalize off that market that's still on the old consoles. I understand that, but you also gotta, I guess to some degree, you have to think about the next gen consoles and the new players as well, because something like this, it would be a shame for this to be bogged down and held back by last gen standards in terms of frame rate, resolution, and things like that. Like, you can really make this game shine even more by putting a next gen patch and 4K 60 or whatever whatever you will. Make sure the textures and everything is up to the next gen standards. Like, put that extra work in, because it will benefit.
Yo, bro,
I think this is old footage. I think they got newer footage than this.
This dude is Dante, bro. Yo, this is day one. I saw the air combo with the guns and all. He's Dante, man. It's a rat Dante.
Yeah, and this gameplay is from 3 years ago.
Yeah, they got newer footage than this, bro, and it looks better than this.
I like the comic book little effects too, with the boom and swish. I like that too. That's cool.
The boom and the swish.
It look good.
Oh wow, they do got a new gameplay demo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
telling you, I've been following this game since its inception, my boy.
Hold on, let's look at this real quick. New gameplay demo from 7 months 7 months ago.
It was new gameplay, man. You ever hear someone ain't showing a new gameplay? Man.
Listen, I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Don't let it happen again, man.
I made a mistake.
You didn't get your Nortons.
I ain't had my Nortons up. My fault.
Yeah.
I like these little rats and these goats and things like that. It look pretty cool.
What day they say? In May?
May 25th.
Oh yeah. I'm with this.
Oh,
Bro.
it looks better too. Oh shit.
I told you.
Oh damn. All right. All right. Yo, this looks way better.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it look more live. The characters
Oh
look
yeah,
like
the characters look a lot. Yeah, this. All right.
Oh,
No,
look.
this is a day one. This a day one, man. This a day one, man. I can't wait. It looked pretty. It looked pretty. Oh, look how beautiful this looks. They did. Yeah, I'm glad they took their time.
Customized the dude too, man. I seen him with different like costumes and.
Yo, I'm so glad he could climb up walls quick. I hate those. I hate games where the characters climb super slow and you can't jump up.
Oh, new COD,
Huh?
the new Call of Duty. He trying to vault up a
Oh,
barricade.
he got this little flight thing on his back.
All
Alright, bro. Alright, man. Y'all trying to. Alright, y'all want my money. I ain't gonna buy the collection edition, but I buy the deluxe. You get 70 off me.
I remember I watched like one trailer of this game. I didn't really keep up. I was like, oh, it looks cool, it looks good. But yeah, this look good. This look good. Amazing.
Yeah, I like it. It's a day one.
This new trailer right here is the wave. This new gameplay.
Yeah, this looks phenomenal. This looks phenomenal. Look at the world. Look at the world. Look at the water. Yeah. It looked like they actually did. They was like, you know what? Let's get the next genisms out there.
Yeah, because the first play, the 2017 show, like the world, it it was just like muddy and all that. It's showing like grass.
This looks very colorful.
Oh, there's some clipping right there.
Oh, they go a big character, big boy. Yeah, it's a day one. I'm with it.
Who's making this?
THQ. I don't know the name of the developer specifically, but I know they also said Biomutant took so long to come out on PS4 because quality assurance and bug fixing for the small team took a while. So they said at the end of the project, there's only a certain amount of bugs that you can physically fix during the course of the day. It's been a huge amount of work for QA because it's not easy in an open world game to find them. And then once they've been found, we have to fix them, and that puts some additional challenge on us being a small team. So,
well, we heard this already.
I just hope they didn't forget about the
101.
I just hope they
developers
say, Experiment 101.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, experiment. So they
let's hope they don't experiment on us with this game. Let's hope they don't experiment on us with this game. You feel me? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. The joke was just sitting there.
Fully voiced. Okay, I'm with it.
What happened?
Oh, yo, I see. I read fully voiced. The game's gonna be fully voiced.
Yeah.
250 lines of dialogue. 250,000 lines of dialogue.
All right, yeah.
Not sure if that means anything to anybody because
they got my money.
Assassin's Creed had a lot of lines of dialogue and that shit was wasteful.
Last thing here. This is just an update from my Marvel peeps, man. My Marvel Avenger peeps, man. Listen, I still love this game. This game is still a game that it hurts that it went down the path that it did, but it's still a great game. All right, and so we get a glimpse of the future with a War Table deep dive with Hawkeye, which is premiering February 16th, and they'll be showing Marvel Avengers Operation Hawkeye, Future Imperfect, and the PS5 updates that will be coming. So we'll be getting the next-gen patch. So we'll be getting a glimpse of the next-gen patch for Avengers, which that is most definitely needed. Because if you're using, so for example, with me and Bari's using Thor, I'm using Miss Marvel, and we using our powers at the same time and killing like hundreds of enemies and stuff. That joint chugs on the PS4. On the PS5, I don't know because we haven't really played it, but PS4 it was definitely chugging, and it was definitely some frame rate issues and things that needed to be worked on. With the next gen patch having that lock 60 frames, better frame rate and things like that, it really does put like a new coat of paint on the game. It makes it look even better. Now I just need them to really really put the foot on the gas with putting out content, because this time frame is too long, man. It's way too long, man. And I get it. They pushed a lot of things back because they were fixing bugs and things like that. But it's way too, like, we were supposed to have Hawkeye in November, and in early this year we were supposed to have next gen patch and Spider-Man. So
did they ever put out the next gen patch?
No, we're getting a glimpse of that.
It's coming
February 16th.
I think with the Hawkeye update, that's when you're gonna get the next gen. The next gen patch just come out in December.
Yes,
December, January is one of them. It's supposed to come out.
And we're supposed to get Spider-Man in March. Now everything is pushed back because
I don't care what nobody say. I love this game, man. I thought this game was amazing. Yes, it has some repetitiveness to it, like all games. But it doesn't matter of if you enjoy what you're doing in the game. If you're not enjoying what you're doing in the game, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, it's repetitive. I hate this game, blah blah blah. But I enjoyed the game, man. Like, I enjoy playing as these characters in the game. I thought the story was great. Everybody's talking about, well, it should have been a story game. You had a freaking story in the fucking game that you can play by yourself. You know what I mean? So the online aspects could be better. But I really enjoyed the game, man. I'm not gonna put 200 and something hours in the game if I enjoy it. You know what I mean? So
that's a fact, though. That's a fact. 100%.
I like it a lot, man. Yeah. And Kate Bishop is dope too. The only thing I dislike about the update is that, okay, we got Kate Bishop. Now we're gonna play another Kate Bishop. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I don't like either. It's like, you know, I don't know why they would decide to do Hawkeye and Kate Bishop back to back. Like, that should have all been one thing and just got two characters in 1 month and then pushed it forward. Like, you know, with whatever.
That was the plan.
Nah, but remember, Kate Bishop was October and Hawkeye was gonna be November, which I'm like, why?
This Hawkeye mission does look good. It got your boy though. You got Maestro in there.
Nah, it looks good. It looks good.
So you know you're gonna be messing some shit up in there. So
nah, that looks good, but it's just like, yo, man, like.
But it's two bow and arrow characters. Is like, all right, man.
This is crazy, bro. Just, it annoys me, man.
She is fire.
She's fire. She's cool, but you know, we'll see what happens. Sick. What's your thoughts on this one? Have you? I remember you said that your save file for what's her name had got corrupted. Did you ever like go back and try to platinum and finish it?
I didn't. Once my save file got corrupted, I just moved on, and it's so many games. But I was gonna return back to it once they put the next gen patch out there. And the thing is, I'm really looking forward to the Spider-Man side story that they have. As far as Hawkeye, I thought that Hawkeye was supposed to already be out. Like, I didn't know that was still delayed because I haven't been following the game. But I'm definitely gonna look at the war table to see what they have in store. If they can truly fix those frame rates, oh man, this game it's already a good game. It's already a fun game to play, especially when you're playing with a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
Yeah, on PS5 performance mode, much better. Yo, you can have everybody do their ultimates, and you might get a hitch, but it's not as bad as like
Gotcha. It's not that fierce slowdown.
Yeah, that molasses. It's not that.
Outside of that, the game was pretty good. I don't know why it got such bad, reviews from people. Because I've seen them give worse games better reviews. Here's looking at you, Anthem,
which had no content
and had very bad reviews, but I feel like the reviews for Anthem was better than the reviews for this game.
Yeah.
And Avengers had a better story, but that story was amazing.
That story was, man, I love that story.
It was definitely better than the Division 2. Let's get that clear.
Story wise, yes.
Man,
this was an actual story.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a start, like a beginning, middle, and end. Like this was a very well
Yo,
put
it has
together
some
story.
epic scenes in the story, man. That's why I be like, when people complain about the game, like, well, it should have been a full-fledged story. What do
It
you think you
was.
got?
It
That's what you
was.
got.
The cut scenes were on point. That ending cut scene was like when they were fighting in the helicarrier and Hulk's chains and him and Iron Man fight, like when they started like breaking apart, like that story was phenomenal, bro. Like where it kind of started falling apart a bit was the end game because it wasn't enough. It wasn't that the end game wasn't diverse enough. That's where it fell apart. Yeah.
And that's where service games need to do better. And I mean all service games. If they want Destruction All Stars to be successful, they have to make sure that the content is coming in rapidly. Don't sit on the game for 3 months and then finally put out some content, because by that time, people who were interested might already be gone.
Yep.
Like, get that content out the door. Don't release the game until you have content already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? That way you can have a steady stream of content while people enjoy the game. Because as soon as this gets stale, as soon as they, get to the point where they can't nerf anything anymore, or they can't do any adjustments that make sense, the game is going to completely die. Because people are going to be like, oh, this is BS. I'm gone.
Yeah.
And they did add a lot of stuff with Kate when she came.
And they fixed a lot of stuff too with Kate.
Yep.
I think Marvel missed the mark. I'm not going to say Square Enix, even though I know they're the ones who, developed the game. But I feel like they missed the mark because for some reason they thought people would just want to sit around and wait for content. Nobody wants to just sit around. If your game is ever evolving, make it evolve. Stop letting it sit stagnant, bruh.
Yeah.
How long do you think it take me to do these 7 missions?
Yeah.
How many times you want me to play around in this goddamn on training room? Like how
many times do you want me to redo them 7 missions?
That's a fact, man. Because people that like these Marvel characters and want to play as them, they gonna play this game, faithfully. So we're gonna do these 7 missions in like an instant. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
You gotta. There's got to be, because we still don't have the raid. Remember, they got like this raid or whatever is supposed to be coming out, and like the content drip. New area, no new areas or nothing like that. Like the content drip is it's stagnant, bro. It's so slow.
No. This is not the developer's fault. You got to remember, Marvel got to green light all of this, and they're not new players in the game.
Because they developers already said they pushed back everything because the game was really buggy.
Yeah,
that's what threw the roadmap.
They had the COVID excuses. They said that a lot of things got pushed back because of COVID.
But we're back. We're back to Cyberpunk, bro.
Yep.
We're back to if it wasn't ready to be released, it should have never been released. The oversight that they're getting from Marvel should have been, we want this to be a more quality game when you release it.
Well, because in Marvel's eyes, they just want to get the money because they know people are going to buy it because of the characters that's in the game.
Nah. Marvel has a lot more to lose in this than these developers. This is the legacy of your characters. You're going to want it to be presented in the best possible light. I blame the oversight at Marvel. Again, I can't totally not give the developers any, blame here, because they're the ones who created this game. But I still believe if I own intellectual property and I lend that intellectual property out to someone for them to display, I want it to be in the best possible light. What Insomniac did with Spider-Man, that was good oversight and great development as well. And even then, Spider-Man is not without any bugs. It has its own little bug here and there, like turning into a trash can. That shit is funny. But come on, dog. Like y'all really don't think Marvel is looking at this when it's happening, bro? You think they have nothing to do with these war tables that are going out? Do you really think they don't have any input on how this stuff ships out the door?
They should. I mean, they probably do, but they license these games to developer, or license these licenses for these characters to developers to make the games. So ultimately, it falls on the developer. I'm sure Marvel is in the room looking at stuff. I'm sure to a degree, but ultimately, developers are the ones making the games. And when the game comes out buggy, when it comes out, they have to push their whole content roadmap back X amount of months or whatever just to fix the bugs, and then the end game content is lackluster and missing, that's a problem. Why is there only 3 or 4 strike missions? Why is there only 2 villains? Abomination and Taskmaster. Why are those the only 2 side villains in the game to chase after? With all the side villains in Marvel's catalog repertoire, especially the ones that's gone up against the Avengers, why? Or even just side villains that respective to the Avengers' own mainline stories. Those side, the possibilities are endless. But mind you, we've only got Taskmaster and Abomination. Why? That's a problem.
Yeah, they should have had more than that, because it's not like you only saw Taskmaster and Abomination in the story. You had Mojo in the story as well. Why wasn't he in the villain section? I ultimately always going to blame leadership. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to have devs that make their issues and all that stuff, but what they got to pass through.
No, it's definitely leadership's fault, 100%. Some of y'all developers gotta get with the program, man. I'm being honest with you, because a lot of people are not gonna keep taking chances when you keep doing this, man. And listen, I love Square. They my childhood, but this is your second. I'm gonna take a chance with Outriders, but man, y'all leadership's really gotta they have to give a damn, man. They really gotta care.
Nah, for me personally, I feel like they did care for the game. I I tell you, I like the game. I just think that the content, it needed more content when it comes to the end game. When it comes to everything outside the game, as far as performance, that can always just be fixed and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But overall, I enjoyed the hell out of that game. I mean, regardless of what anybody says, I don't give a fuck. I enjoyed that game. I just wish that they can put out the content much more rapidly, so more people will be playing it. You know what I mean? Like when I'm playing Kate Bishop, I didn't have an issue, playing with people or not. People is playing the game, but it's definitely there's definitely a report came out saying that there was a huge drop off, right, as far as how many players is playing it. And that's the reason why, because the content is just not there when it comes to the end game. Mm-hmm. You had your certain stuff that you're doing, but if you are religiously playing this game, you can be done with that really, really quickly.
Very quickly.
So I must ask,
the whole COVID stuff and all delays and all that stuff, it really hindered the game, because they had a layout for what the content was going to come out. They had a roadmap how the content was going to come out, and that got delayed. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty bad after that.
So I must ask, why in 2021 are we having this same conversation that we were having since 2015 with these Surface games? Literally every time a Surface game release, it always turns into, where is the content?
One of the few games that's done it right is Destiny, but a lot of these other ones that try to get on that same horse or try to get in that same sector, they fail because they're too focused on trying to make money and not about making a game with content that's going to keep people coming back. And that's the problem. Even now, and I love Avengers as well, but me and Bari, because we played a lot of the end game together, we burned through that content, bro. We burned through that. We were burning through that stuff. And a lot of it was very repetitive. The vaults, It's the same thing. Although it was fun, I'm not saying it wasn't fun. Very repetitive.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a conversation that should have been addressed at this point. At this point, we should be outside of that. If you're going to release a game like this, then you already need to have that content ready. Even if you're not releasing it right then and there, you needed to be ready so that you can quick fire send that update out. Why in the heck is it, oh, we put out the game and now we have to fix the game that we put out?
Well, because I think part of it has to do with the fact that it's the money. They know people are going to buy. It's the same thing with EA and Star Wars. They know people are going to buy it because it's Star Wars. Marvel's the same way.
But it's
Marvel
not,
characters, people are going to buy it.
But it's not just buying the game. You want people to continuously play the game.
Yes.
Or else it's not even really a service game if I beat the game and then I'm done with it.
Yes, true. But that initial 50, 60, whatever, that's solidified. So even if you buy it and sell it, they still got the 60. They still got your money. That's the point.
No. But what I'm saying is, you're trying to push a games as a service game. I completely understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. You're trying to push a games as a service game, but you have zero content for that game. Now, if you were to put out another game, people ain't gonna even trust to buy it. Why would I? You just sold me a game that had no content. You really think EA could sell me another game after Anthem?
Of course.
That's supposed to be a service-based game?
Of course not.
Hell no. But again, what I'm saying is, at this point, we're having the same conversation that we were having at that point. This game had more content than Anthem. Yeah. That is absolutely correct, without a doubt.
And it's a fun game. And it's a really fun game. Like, playing the characters and stuff like that is fun.
The thing is, we're saying that it needs more content, but if you really look at it, Marvel Avengers has a lot of content.
It does. So, it's got a lot that you can do.
Right after the end game, you have like 29 missions that you can do.
50.
And then after that is more comes after you finish that, because you have everybody's specific missions. They have specific missions they do
missions,
yeah, like there's a lot of stuff.
Sectors and stuff like that as well.
If you play the game a lot, you're gonna burn through it. But it is a lot of stuff there that you can do.
Right, but if you want a game that's going to continue, because I mean, do you have so little faith that you don't believe that people are gonna sit down and finish the in-game content? That's the reason why you didn't think that they needed more in-game content. That's the question that I'm now asking, because why isn't the content steadily flowing on a monthly basis? There should be new content coming out on a steady basis.
I'm 100% agreement. I agree. I said the same thing. The content should be always flowing, especially if you're a service-based game. You know what I mean? And especially with this game and how it's set up, you got to have constant. That's even if it's a mission, you got to have that stuff there. I'm just saying that, not to excuse it, but a lot of this stuff just got delayed, and that killed the game.
Yeah, but the reason why it got delayed is because of the bugs. That's not our problem. That's not our fault, right, Bari? I agree. Like, a lot of stuff got pushed back because of bugs, but again, that then falls on the developer. That's your fault. Mm-hmm. So now everything is pushed back because of whatever the reason, and so now we're in this position.
Even with the bugs, like the bug stuff got fixed, but it's still the heavy content is still delayed. You know what I mean? Because even when we go and watch this February 16th, right? The War Team.
Yeah,
that stuff ain't coming out in February. It's coming out in March.
Yeah. So we still gotta wait. Yeah. You know, so it's like, I'm not sure. And like, I'm a very impatient person. Something I'm still working on, even as an adult. I've always been very impatient.
You need to work on that.
You're Bari, get about it. I'm very impatient. I hate waiting, right? So. Like whenever somebody want me to do something, I'm always there like 15, 20 minutes early, because I hate waiting. I want us to be, when it's that time, we can just go and do what we do. With these developers, with some of these developers in these service-based games, you're playing the waiting game, man, and it's annoying because they're building these games around people that don't play games a lot anyway. That's what a lot of these service-based games are built around. Because I remember interviews where people will say, oh, we know people have families and all this other stuff. So we build the game or the content around that, around the casual that doesn't have a lot of time. So we want their time spent on the game to be useful. And it's like, what? Like, just put the content in the game and they'll get it when they get it. Like, and that's the problem with... and I hate to segue here, I'm sorry, but that's the problem with a lot of online games to begin with. They build the game around the casual audience that doesn't play the game anyway, or doesn't play it at the rate that it should be anyway. So then you've got a hardcore or semi-hardcore. It doesn't even have to be someone that's playing, 50 hours a day type shit, but someone that is more dedicated to the ecosystem and to the game and to the community, that is now sitting there left with nothing because he's played through the content and he's got to wait because Joe Schmo down the street with 3 kids and a nagging wife can't play the game every night because he's got to watch 90 Day Fiance or whatever the fuck with his what. Like, I don't. No one gives a fuck. Like, excuse my language, but no one cares. Put the content out there, and when people play, they play it. Don't. Oh, let's do this at this time because he's like, come on, man. Like, stuff like that is what kills gaming. That's what kills. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yo, for those people saying Avengers combat was weak and boring,
nah, that's bullshit.
I implore you,
post some gameplay. That's all I'm gonna say.
You gotta explore the game, baby. You can't just be pressing square and triangle thinking this the combat, man. That's crazy.
Yo, that combat.
Take it for somebody that do a lot of combos and practice a lot of stuff. That combat is far from boring. You are crazy. Far from it. You put up the gameplay and I'll judge you from
all I'm gonna say on that is post up the gameplay. I'm not going to debate or argue with anybody about Avengers. I got platinum. I put almost 200 hours in this game.
Bro, Persona, you know what people do with fighting games? They do the same thing. Yo, Street Fighter 5 came out. Oh, Street Fighter 5 combat they made it easy. Why they made it easy? Post up. I do this combo right here. I don't play the game anymore.
I don't play the game that much. Like, I'm hoping that Outsiders is a good game. Like, I'm putting my faith in that. But I'm gonna be honest, that's the last straw for me. Because even Destiny has let me down with this stasis bullshit. So I'm really like, I'm really on my last straw, man.
With that game, right? With the Outriders,
I'm praying that Outriders really pulls me in and they've got the content and stuff. I'm praying that it does, because even Destiny right now is shit in the bed. It really is. Like,
I'm thinking that Trickster on that Outriders.
I'm that fireman, sir. That's what I'm gonna be.
I want that. We in
that
there.
Fire is on point. Oh yeah, we on that. But yo, let's get into this topic real quick, man. So this was a topic that is sick. I'm glad you're here because you're a parent. You've got kids. Your kids play games, right? And I hope whenever I have kids, well, my kids gonna be gamers. But if they ask for Xbox, they gonna have to get out the house. Like, I can't raise kids like that. I can't raise no kids like that, man. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Don't beat me up. Obviously, if they ask for Xbox, we're gonna take them to a therapist to have their head examined. But out
of all podcast, this whole podcast we did, they're gonna focus on that statement you said right there.
Listen, guys. Listen, I'm not gonna.
Maybe I'm out of the loop.
Oh no, I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up right now. But I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Okay. Obviously, I won't kick them out the house, okay? I'll just have their head examined by a therapist, and they will decide. Then, I'm kidding altogether. But anyway, so Ninja, or Blevins, as I like to call him. The
purple hair guy.
Yeah, the blue hair guy. So, he was the center of some controversy this week because he did an interview with the New York Times. And I kind of want to read what he said and kind of set this up. And being a parent, I want you to answer first.
What did he do? Like,
I'm about to read.
Was it like
no. No, nothing like that. No. All right, so pretty much this is how it goes. So One question in peculiar that Ninja was asked was centered around. Yeah, in particular. Sorry, I said peculiar. In particular, was centered around the behavior of the kids who frequent his live streams. When asked what could be done to mitigate the oftentimes infantile and inflammatory comments made in the chat, which inevitably tends to devolve into some sort of derogatory or racial slurs, Ninja said it all comes down to parenting. So this is what Ninja said. He said, but it all comes down to parenting. You want to know who your kid is? Listen to him when he's playing video games when he thinks you're not paying attention. Here's another thing. How does a white kid know he has white privilege if his parents never teach him or don't talk about racism? And then Ninja goes on to say,
whoa, no. Back up.
You want me to reread that section again?
No. Now that I have an understanding of what's going on here, they expect Ninja to be their daddy?
Essentially, that is where I'm leading to. That's where it is.
Out of here. No, listen. First of all.
Well, because the interviewer pretty much was trying to say that, there's even a lot of people on social media were trying to put Ninja on this type of pedestal, but they were trying to say that Ninja has an obligation because his platform is so large that he has to at least do his due diligence to teach people that this type of way of thinking or speaking or whatever is wrong. And what Ninja said, I just want the full thing out there so that there's no disparities. So he says, if they're gaming and their first interaction with racism is one of their friends saying the N-word and they have no idea what it is, what if it was on my stream? Ninja asks, and is it my job to have this conversation with this kid? No, because the first thing that's going on in my head is this kid is doing this on purpose to troll me. If someone says a racial slur on someone else's stream, it can potentially get the streamer banned. It's awful, but that's the first thing I think of. I don't think it's gaming. I think it's internet culture. People are behind the screen. They say that they want and can get away with it. You have complete anonymity. Your information and data are precious and should remain private, but it sucks that there are kids who can say racist things and be incredibly aggressive and threatening to women online and have zero repercussions. It would be awesome if when someone said something threatening, you could be like, let me look up this dude's gamer tag on this website. If the law could do this, not a normal person, then boom, it's Jimmy said blah, 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 whatever. So that's the gist of what he said. But go ahead, Sick, you got the floor.
Okay. First and foremost, let me say this. To all the people that's in the chat, can we get this to 100 likes? We need to get this to 100 likes. I know this has nothing to do with the conversation we're about to have, but let's go ahead and get this to 100 likes. If we get to 100 likes, then we have a giveaway. If we don't get to 100 likes, then we just keep moving. Anyway, so back to this. First and foremost, no. It is not Ninja's responsibility to do a damn thing. Ninja is a guy who comes online to play video games. If you would like to watch Ninja playing video games, then cool. But Ninja is not the nanny of the millions of people who watch him. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Ninja probably don't even see half the conversations going on because the chat is moving extremely freaking fast. And even if he's playing a video game, he's not supposed to stop. Hey, you should not say, that's a bad word. You shouldn't say, get the fuck out of here. Your parents are responsible for teaching you what's right and what's wrong. You got to sit down and have that conversation with your kid. These entertainers are not your freaking parents. They're not your nannies. So no, Ninja does not have any responsibility to make sure these people know what is and what isn't racist, or if they have white privilege or whatever the hell it is. It's not his place to be smacking these kids on the hand and telling them that they did something wrong. Go sit in the corner. Mm-hmm. That's not his freaking place. What you need to do as a parent is stop putting your kids on a video game and letting that shit be their goddamn parent. Period.
Or TV.
Yo, I mean, you got to take some sort of responsibility for what the hell is going on. Period.
Yeah.
You can't place that blame on somebody who has no idea who you are in the real world. They
That's
used
the
to
key.
do that same thing with like rappers. Oh, well, rappers should be better role models. No, they shouldn't. No, they shouldn't.
Not to do that.
What rapper you know is a role? I'm sorry,
Yo.
like
No,
even
there
when I
are
was young,
there
like,
are
they were
good rappers out there that rap like
conscious rapper.
responsibility.
Yeah, like conscious
You got
rappers.
no, not even conscious rappers. You got like the gospel rappers out there. What's the guy
Oh,
name that starts
okay.
with an L? I forgot what his name is. But
Right.
anyway,
I remember Kurt
Lecrae.
Franklin.
There you go, Lecrae.
Yeah.
You got other people like you. I mean, the simple fact of the matter is you cannot expect somebody to do your job as a parent. If so, then you should give up your rights to being a parent. If you feel like your kid went off and learned something on the video game, and you feel like they should be the one to censor and make sure that your child has a safe a safe place on the internet, then you've already lost the battle. As a parent, if you're gonna let your kid get on the internet, no matter if it's a phone, if it's a tablet, if it's a video game, then you need to control what it is that they can and cannot do. If you don't want them talking to strangers on the internet, don't buy them a fucking mic. Clearly, they don't have a job. So how in the hell are they communicating with these people? If they have a cell phone, then you need to make sure that you have the parental options turned on their cell phone so that they can't reach certain places and certain people. If you're technologically savvy, then you need to log into your router and make sure that the parental controls are set. You got to make sure that they can't get to these places. It's not the people's job on the internet to make the internet a safe space for your kid.
Yo, you know what? One of the key words you said as well in there is responsibility. And a lot of these parents, they don't want to take that responsibility of raising their own goddamn kids. You know what I mean? They're looking at there's millions of people that watch Ninja. He should tell my kid what he should be saying or doing. No, that's your responsibility. If a kid come into somebody's stream and start saying the N-word and start being disrespectful and being racist and all that stuff, he is an echo chamber of how you raised him. He's following your footsteps.
Facts.
You get on it? So
Or an echo chamber of how you raised them or lack thereof.
Yeah, true. So you can put it that way as well, because a lot. Let's be real. You know, I used to counsel a lot of kids, right? Like I used to be a counselor for a lot of day camps, summer camps, all that stuff. And I always can predict, you know, when they come to pick up the parents, like the bad kids, how their parents are going to be. Is it stereotypical? It was me. Was I being judgmental? But I was always right. The baddest kids in the world, the ones that have no respect. When I see their parents is late, they don't give a damn in the world. But you could just tell. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, this is why your kid acting like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the end of the day, Ninja is not a counselor. He is an entertainer. He's a streamer. He's a gamer. His main focus is not to tell your kids on how they should behave. You know what I mean? He's focusing on being competitive in whatever game he's playing and entertaining the people.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I've seen people trying to come at Ninja talking about, oh yeah, he should have a voice. Yo, there's people right now that have 100 people, thousands of people, all that stuff. How come you not being a voice? You know what I mean? I'll say anything. You expect Ninja to do it. That's because he got the numbers.
Yeah.
Out of here, man, with that bullshit, man. Yo, it's pure hypocrisy. Yo, Ninja, he's not responsible of raising your own kids. You know what I mean? That's not what he come out to on Twitch or YouTube, whatever he is, to do. You know, I don't watch Ninja like that, but every time I see Ninja in the news, I'm like, yeah, I agree. The last time he was in the news is when somebody was talking about competitiveness, and he was wrong to talking to the kid that, yo, you suck at the game. Why was he wrong with that? He suck at the game.
I was gonna say, I agree. He sucks. Like, yo.
Every time they bring Ninja up in the news, it's like common sense shit that, yo, yourself, you will be doing the same thing or would say the same thing, but just because he's Ninja and he got millions of subscribers and all that stuff, he should change. Come on, man. It's not that bullshit all. Raising that goddamn kids and be responsible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, when it comes to y'all pretty much said a lot of what I was gonna say, but you know, I think if I had kids, you know, the internet and social media wouldn't be what's raising them. The problem is that too many parents are also still kids themselves, or parents are working and not paying attention to whatever the case may be. A lot of parents, when they come home, they don't really put a lot of let me not even say that. Let me not even go down that path. Listen, a YouTuber is not supposed to raise your kid. A YouTuber is they're not supposed to teach a privileged white kid why his white privilege is the way that whatever racist whatever. It's not nobody. It really is nobody's job but yours to teach them that. Like, especially not some YouTuber. Like, for you to expect that is foolish. I agree with Ninja, man. Like, yo, I'm not here to teach you. I'm not here to teach your kid right from wrong. I'm here to make money and play games. That's it.
The only thing Ninja I would say could do is how his chat is set up as far as mod wise and what words are blacklisted and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely clean that up. Yeah.
Him stopping and taking his time, like, hey man, can you stop saying that? You hurting his feelings. Nah, man, you ain't got no time for all that, man. And like Six said too, the times when you do watch these people chat, like I watch Dr. Disrespect, there's no way he is seeing all of that in the chat, bro. There's no way.
Nah.
That chat is going fast as hell, bro.
Yeah, that's
fast,
quick.
It's like 50,000 people, 30,000 people in there. You think he's gonna stop and point out one person? There's times the streamers do that, but that take away from what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I agree with y'all, man. Yeah, and it's funny. I see a lot of people they disagree with what we're doing or we're saying, right? They're like, yo, nah, but he has the responsibility. What responsibility he has first to do his stream and play his game and be competitive, or for him to tell a kid that he can't say the N-word no more?
Never mind all that. Let's ask the real questions. Did I have sex with the baby mother? No, you did. That's your kid. That's your household, man. I'm not supposed to teach your household nothing. You're supposed to teach your kid, and your kid is supposed to have common sense enough to know right from wrong, to know fact from fiction, to do their own research and all that other stuff. That's a part of raising a kid, raising a family. Like
you don't want to raise a kid, put it on PBS.
Put him on PBS. That's a fact. I don't watch Nova. Watch Arthur. Watch Arthur. That's what I used to watch as a kid. Arthur. You feel me? And that was a positive ass show.
School Bus.
Yeah, Magic School Bus and shit. That's what I was watching as a kid. Power Rangers. You got kids now watching silhouette challenges and shit. Like, listen, motherfuckers is just raised different. You feel me? People are getting raised different now. But you still have to do your due diligence to protect your child, or at least teach your child right from wrong. Hey, listen, I ain't got no kids, so I ain't gonna teach you how to be a parent, because I ain't no parent either. I can't teach you how to be a parent. I'm just teaching you common sense.
Imagine that though. They said, nah, forget the parent. yo, Ninja, you have the responsibility. What?
Stupid.
Yo, everybody that talk about Ninja should do that, they ain't even bring up the parents.
Nope.
I don't think they read the article how you read it, or the interview how you read it.
It's just it's just like the parents that blame video games for their kids being fucked up. No. Oh, exactly. COD is what made your kid a psycho. Yeah, sure.
Yo, you remember that? It was on Twitter, y'all. This was like might be like 2 months ago, where Cardi B. No, it wasn't on Twitter. It was on Instagram. I know I saw it on Twitter. Oh yeah. Cardi B.
Oh, she turned off the WUPS music when her daughter came in.
Yeah, you know exactly.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember
that. You don't get mad at Cardi B.
Nah, don't get mad at Cardi B. Why is your daughter listening to WAP?
Listen, man.
If I had a daughter, she not listening to no WAP, no Meg Thee Stallion. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Like, legit, are you stupid?
Listen, man.
I applaud Cardi B for doing that.
I curse all the time. That don't mean I let my kids sit around and curse.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It ain't a situation. You do as I say, not as I do.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, once again, Cardi B is getting bread.
She trying to make money off your ignorance.
that's all she want from this is to get money.
Facts.
Like, her kid is gonna grow up and go to a private school. Her kid is not going to be in a public school. Her kid is probably gonna get the best education that her money can buy. Right?
Yep.
Your kid listening to WAP is probably going to drop out of school. And guess what? That's your fault. That's not her fault. The same way Cardi B cut off WAP when, you know, when it comes on and she don't want her kid to be exposed to that shit, you should. You should turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't, because this is what you listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and let's not even get into, like, you know what? We ain't gonna get into this, man, because this is gonna go left.
Yeah.
Continue on, Persona.
Yeah, man. Listen, teach your kid responsibilities, financial literacy. Teach your kid to actually be competitive at video games, man. I'm sick of getting in here with squeakers that suck. Let me chill. But yo, man, that was a pretty good topic, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I just don't like, as each year passes, I just don't like how society's becoming. They're becoming weak, sensitive, crybabies, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you guys are talking this time, so I'm just thinking back, like in the 90s, of me as a kid, and it wasn't like that, bro.
All right, yo, 90s and like even like the early like from like 2000 to like 2005, it wasn't even like that, bro. Like the 90s and early 2000s, like everybody was just built different, bro. Like it was.
This internet is something different, man.
Yeah,
let me tell you what's so it.
Because even back, y'all, no, let me not even go down that path. I was about to tell some stories. So back at the table, let me not do that.
Let me tell you why the internet is so weird. The internet is so weird because niggas who would get pocket checked on a normal basis get knocked out just for walking down the street. These niggas have become superheroes on this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I laugh at it so much, man, and that's one of the reasons why now. When dudes talk shit, I just let them be, man, because it's just like, bro. anyway, it's just a weird thing, man. The internet has made being a goofy a very profitable business.
Yeah, man.
That's a fact, man. Like back in the day, man, like the early days of the internet, like on AIM and Sidekicks and like MySpace and all that stuff, BBM. It was, everyone had thick skin, man. Like nowadays with all this social media stuff and how the internet is now, a lot of y'all are crybabies, man. It's a lot of crybabies, man.
I'll stop it right here, boy. Your persona sick. I watched a video the other day. It was like probably yesterday I watched this video. And this dude faked that he collapsed in his car just to see
I seen that, bruh. That happened in New York and Manhattan. I seen that.
He did what?
He go ahead, explain it, bro.
He pretty much was like, he said, I want to see how people's gonna react to me collapsing in the car, if somebody's gonna come and save him or not or whatnot. Right? So he drove right in the middle in Manhattan and just collapsed on his horn. It was like some dude came, was like knocking, and he got the police, and the police broke the window, and you know they called the ambulance for him and all that stuff. This dude was perfectly fine. But he was just like, yo, that was crazy. Just to get clout off of faking that you died or you collapsed or something. You know what I mean? Wasting people's time or day. You know, what if somebody really got hurt, but that ambulance went to you faking, trying to get internet clout? And this is what this world is built on now. Like I said, I always think back. It's like, damn, what he did in the 90s. Somebody found that out, he probably get his ass beat. Not like, yo, I hit the like button for you. You know what I mean?
Or even like, remember those, they kind of slowed down now, but remember like a couple years back, those pranking in the hood challenges and all that, pranks and all that shit that was going on. Like this, yo, I'm telling you, man, this, the way the world is like now is just built on everybody wants clout. Everybody wants its attention, bruh. A lot of people just can't find happiness with who they are now. Like social media has messed up, and you know this is not the podcast for this conversation, but social media has made it to where
the topic, bro.
People look for acceptance on social media. That's where they friends are. That's where the acceptance is. They think who they are as a person isn't good enough, and instead of trying to go outside. So for instance, say someone is fat, right? And you know, in the real world, They get no respect. They can't get no girls, whatever, because they fat. They ain't got no game, whatever. Instead of going to the gym, eating healthy, and changing that, you're on social media bashing women. You're on social media trolling. You also like there is no real world accountability, right? Or and it's. Let me not. I was gonna talk about the ladies, but let me not do that because I ain't trying to get. I'm not gonna get. I ain't trying to get.
It could be accountability, but this world is just sensitive. Nobody want to call out people that's doing like dumb shit no more. It's more, oh, let's praise it or hit a like button for it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these things that people are doing and saying, you wouldn't get away with that growing up in the time we're growing. You do not.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like when I was a kid, like right, because I'm a big dude. When I was a kid and I was in like middle school, high school, high school, people used to clown, right? You had to clown back.
Yep.
I had that silver tongue, boy. You feel me? You had to develop that thick skin and be able to clown back. Like, but your mom was over here with me. Listen, a lot of folks got shut down, especially high school. Especially when I joined the football team. But this is why I'm saying a lot of people, some of these, this is going to be really messed up, but hear me out here. Some of y'all on social media, y'all really need to get like your ass whooped in real life to get an understanding of real life. Like, you really need your ass whooped.
That's the truth.
You really need to be bullied and get your ass whooped in real life. Because someone like coming at you on social media, that's nothing in real life.
Most of them tough niggas will call the police on you, bro.
No, listen,
yeah. Yo, what I keep telling people all the time, bro, especially people that just live on social media, go outside and just go to the park to see how people associate themselves with each other. How people communicate.
That's another thing,
real
Bari. Hold on. We gotta talk about that for a quick second, bro. Because that is a fact, bro. And that's why I say, and let's keep it in the realm of gaming, right? Where you see all these people on social media crying about $70 games, right? And all this other shit, right? In the real world, people don't care because if the game is good, they'll buy it. It's only on social media that you see this type of anger. Because and this is why I say social media is so crazy, because even the people that complain about it on social media don't do it in real life. They still buy the games. They still do what they do. I'm telling you, a lot of people on social media, it's a facade. It's an act. It's an act. Exactly. It's not them. Because in the real world, people communicate. In the real world, you can make friends with any. In the real world, people will accept you. Right, but you're so socially awkward and weird and real talk. A lot of people really are just assholes. You think no one wants to be your friend in real life because you're so like they're being mean to you? No, you might just legit be an asshole that no one wants to be around.
No, they don't have the communication skills because they're not practicing that. They're not practicing talking to somebody in the real world. Their communication with people is on Twitter, on YouTube chats. It's not in like sitting. A lot of you read the YouTube chat sometime or people's responses on Twitter. They would not say that stuff in real. Like
they won't.
That.
No, no one knows how to have like a regular conversation.
Imagine doing that for years upon years upon years. You have developed into what you created on social media,
and you bring that type of thing in real life, and you think people are gonna just accept you? Hell nah, bruh. If we having a conversation and you talking about, you say some foul shit out your mouth, huh? Like, hey, what you talking about, bro?
Don't get your ass slapped.
Like people not gonna respond the same way they would on social media. But
social media is a safe haven, man. It's a safe haven for these folks, man. Like I said, a lot of times that's the reason why you truly gotta laugh a lot of these. God. Dude, I freaking drunk. I ate some of these little cuties, and Jesus. Anyway,
cuties.
Yeah. Oh, y'all in New York, y'all don't know about cuties, man.
I was about to say
y'all don't know about cuties, man. Y'all don't get fruits up there in New York, man. Y'all get that after, y'all get that. Y'all get the whatever left, Nah, but so.
Oh, little oranges. I got you.
Oranges.
Yeah,
Right,
they are.
gotcha,
They're
gotcha.
tangerines. If you know what
Oh,
tangerines.
Got you. Okay.
I ain't never heard that terminology for it yet, but okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Cute.
Nah, but it's one of those things, man. Like, if people don't tell you what they do, you'll never know, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as being the biggest, baddest person in the world, because there's always somebody out there bigger and badder. There's always somebody out there that put you on your shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of these dudes are squares, and you find that shit out when you push them buttons and you tell them to, okay, now it's time to be about what you claim to be about, and then you find out that now they don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
even those type of people, it's like there's people like that in the real world you could be friends with. Like you don't have to be the tough. Like you don't have to be the toughest. You don't got to be. Like
nah, you don't.
Everyone's trying to be the toughest on social media, and I'm like, why? Like,
no,
I ain't no street dude, man. I ain't got no problems. Like, I ain't no hood street.
And that's the difference. Bruh. Like, we grew up on two different sides of the track, dog. Damn. Like, now I'm here on some video game shit, bro. Mm-hmm. But again, I always try to tell people, bro, if you would have met me maybe like 15 years ago, you probably wouldn't like the person that I was, because I was a motherfucking savage, bro. And it can always go back that way, because I box, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I box for real. I ain't talking about on no, I just know how to throw some hands.
I know round 3.
That's
what they be like. Oh, let's get on round 3. That's where I box. Nah, dude. Nah, real life shit.
Golden glove all the way, bro. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I would love to meet some of these people who talk out the side of their face.
Yeah, I
really would, because we wouldn't have the same conversations, bro.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have these same conversations. And again, like I said, there is no such thing as the big bad wolf, because there's always a bigger and badder wolf out there. But you're gonna have a tough struggle with me. I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
I implore everybody to this summer just go outside, walk in the park, go sit at the water or something, man. Just go outside.
He giving you good advice. First of all, go meet up with them niggas that you talking shit to over the internet. That's what I would tell you to do. I tell you to go do that. Go show them niggas how tough you really are,
clowns,
bro.
Man. That's why I say that stuff like that ain't worth it, because they clowns. You know they clowns in real life. I ain't wasting my time, man. maybe a few years back.
Go stupid, man.
But now, nah, man, because it ain't worth it. Because you know they gonna call the cops. You know they ain't gonna come out the house. Like, it's not worth it, man.
You know what? But that's why video games is so amazing, man. Because you get to escape to these worlds where you can be whatever the hell you want to be, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be a blue elf, nigga, or you can be a guy who kills gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could be a female that's around here, taking over robots. And
in the real world, you're
Keith, whoever you are.
You're Keith the check cashier.
Yo, my man said
Target.
Keith the cashier.
Keith the cashier at Target. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. Like, that's okay. No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that to say that that's okay.
Keep the cashier. Yo, why did I have a picture of a dude that got like a whole bunch of acne and some glasses on, bro?
Nah, I'm saying that, keep the cashier. Like, you could be all these different people in the gaming world, but then you come back to the real world and you keep the cashier. And that's nothing against, people that are cashiers and things like that. Like, that's nothing. Yeah. What I'm saying is a lot of people aren't fulfilled in their everyday life. And so the frustrations that they have in the real world, they bring to social media. And that's why there's so much anger and hate and all this that we see. Like, it's not normal for someone to be sending death threats to my boo, Laura Bailey, because she voiced... like, it's not normal for people to be sending death threats to Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann because of an all-female cast in Last of Us, or because Joel... That stuff's not normal. It's not.
So you got to understand too, with this day and age, it is very lucrative to be negative.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, especially keeping it gaming. You don't know the YouTube hustle when it comes to gaming.
I do
you
know
know
the YouTube hustle. I know it. I know it.
Be negative, Nancy, about the game,
Someone gonna
right?
buy it from you.
Exactly. It's very lucrative, man. People think we dumb out here. We are not dumb. I understand the game as well, and that's what a lot of people do. But a lot of people get tied into that because they don't understand the YouTube hustle. You know, they think the person's like, oh man, this person is really.
That's a fact, Bari. I just thought about what you just said. That is a whole fact out here.
Oh, yeah, that's
been on game for like 4 years, 5 years now, right, boy? Be peeping that for a minute. Yeah, I want to ask y'all something. Then we're gonna get up out of here, right? Just because it's in the realm of gaming, just because of what it is, that GameStop stock, right? What's y'all? I want to know two things from both of you, right? Because you both are financially literate, right? And you both, y'all got your business handled, right? One, what is your thoughts on that whole, how that happened and what was going on with that and how it's now trickled to AMC and Dogcoin and all this other stuff, right? And then two, with what people are doing now with the Dogcoin and all this other stuff, what are y'all thoughts on that stuff? Start with you, Sig.
Well, I know how the GameStop stuff happened. Like, I know exactly how that happened, and I know exactly who that whole GameStop thing was targeting as well.
Yes,
it was targeting the hedge fund dudes, the ones that basically they have what's called shorts, right? When you're kind of basically betting on a stock falling to a certain price.
Yep.
Right. And what happens with that is that they end up devaluing said company so much to the point where, they either go out of business or they can be acquired. Right. So what they do is they'll basically borrow some stock from, so-and-so. And, once they actually have that stock, they're basically counting on that stock falling, right? So then what would happen is once the stock price falls, then, they'll get it at the at the low price, and the money that they borrowed, literally, I think I'm kind of explaining this incorrectly, but I saw the whole deal of how this shit went down. And it was actually ingenious because the more the stock goes up, the more money that person who bought the stock at a lower price loses, because they're banking on the stock to be low, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the more it goes up, the more debt they get into because they had it at that lower price. They had it locked in at that lower price. Now, when the stock goes up, the stock is worth more. So instead of them gaining money, they're losing money. And some dude, I think it was like Melvin Capital. Dude had to be bailed out, bro. This nigga was like $3 billion in debt, my nigga.
Jesus Christ.
That's the reason why Robinhood and these other places, they're trying to kind of regain control. Mm-hmm. Because if not, a lot of these rich folks is losing a lot of money. And it's okay if niggas who ain't got money lose money. But when the rich people start losing money, now we have to take action. Let me tell you, it's a big ass game where we just never were players. And now that we're players, you have the ability to make a lot of money. Because you want to ride that train while they're injecting that stock with cash. Mm-hmm. You want to ride that train
all the way up.
And then you pull out.
Yeah.
You pull out once you get to a certain point. Like me, once that bitch hit $400, I would have pulled out.
I was going to say the highest it was $450. And I don't think it's ever going to get back up to there now.
It's at $325 right now. So even if they pull out now, they would still have a lot of fucking money.
Well, if you bought in at 300, you're
No.
definitely-
If you bought in at 300, you're kind of fucked. But
Yeah, because even
and,
like
and
if
I
we
wouldn't really
look-
say fucked. You're just not gaining a lot of money. But if you were one of those people who jumped in around $30 and now it's 300, is worth $325 a share.
Yeah.
Now would be the perfect time for you to pull out.
Yeah, because if we look at it from a, let's do a 5 day. Because when did this start? This started on Tuesday. When did this start? Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
No, let's do 1 month because, no, let's do 5 days because 5 days will do better. So like 5 days. So, and January 25th, it was at 96.80. So even if you bought in at 96.80, right? 325 is what it's at right now. That is a come up.
Yeah, but you also gotta know, like, you bought in at 96.80, but how much did you buy in at?
Well,
you know
if
what I mean?
if you bought like, if you put like $1,500 in, that's still a come up because that's over a $200 increase on top of that. So if you put $1,500 in, or bought like, say you bought like 100 shares of that at 96, and now it's 325, I'm pulling out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out.
I'm always going to compare it to the average Joe Schmo, not the person. The average Joe Schmo is not buying 100 shares.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
I got AMC. I got
True.
AMC stock. And
The
I got
average
Nokia
Joe
stock.
Schmo is going to buy like 5, 10 to max.
You know what I
Yeah.
noticed though?
You're not making money off of that.
Look
Just
at where
recently,
the highest it was at. Yo, this is what I'm saying. So I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna let
No,
you.
no,
I'm gonna
you
let
good, you good, you good.
Okay, I'm looking at it because I'm not gonna lie. I was slightly. I'm not gonna lie. I was slightly tempted, but I said no because that's not the type of investing I normally do and want to get into that.
Right now,
So-
you're looking at the last 5 days. Look at
Yeah.
the last year.
Let's look at the last year.
Oh, even the last month. That shit
Jesus,
was
the,
like
the
at-
last year. Let's do them. All right, so the last year. So from January 30th, it was $3.93, bro.
Now that's when I was looking at it, and I promise you, I have a stream that I did when I was like, "Yo, I'm telling you, when we heard that Microsoft was gonna invest into GameStop or whatever, or they were gonna do this partnership, that's around the time that shit was like $3. I was like, bruh, niggas better invest in GameStop.
like
now
me,
look,
like
and then even December 30th, it was at $19.
like thinking last year, like how I typically would invest. I wouldn't even look at GameStop as an investment per se because you're not really seeing any
Any growth?
growth
Yeah.
within this. Like
They
I'm
were
looking
actually
at, like,
they were actually regret. I can see how some people would have looked at that and been like,
yeah,
"That's
like
a bad.
today.
That's a bad." Like now
Yeah, I
it
wish-
looks good. Yeah, go ahead.
All
bro.
of this is market manipulation. So eventually,
Well, that's what I'm
this is
saying. So
gonna
like,
fall.
but that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
But a year ago, if you were looking at GameStop and saying, "Oh, I should buy 100 shares or even 50 shares of that," because you think it's gonna grow, no one thought that this was gonna be what it is now. Because GameStop is on the decline, and really GameStop is about to go the way of Blockbuster. So I could see how no one would have thought to jump on this, but see, this is where I see where Sick is coming from, right? And I promise, guys, we're gonna get up out of here because it's almost 2:00. But it's just an interesting conversation.
If you did invest,
Now, if you did invest, you could. But let's do a year, right? So let's say back in January you bought 100 shares at 384, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we do a month, and you go to December. Even if you bought 100 shares at 384, at the end of December is 1926. That's still a good. That's a high margin. Like you're getting back a decent return from that. But then
Right.
you look at January and you see it jumping. Now I feel like some people would have been like, "Oh shit, it's $20. Let me get out now." Right? But if you decide, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna hold.
Look at
Right?
that volume, 5.9. Yeah.
Then you go right here.
if I would have invested in GameStop around that year time,
Bruh.
yeah,
Look where it was on my birthday, bruh.
I would have pulled out right now.
$469, bro. If you bought 100 shares and you pulled out on January 28th, you're rich. You're rich right now.
Definitely.
You're rich.
But like I said, I don't think the common Joe Schmo buying 100 shares.
No.
Bro, look at that. Look at that volume though.
3.7
That
million.
volume,
Yeah.
Around January,
3.7 million.
3.7 million.
Yeah. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is insane. That's a decent return. But I'm even now though, like I said, $96 and it's at $325. You're still getting a decent return on that. If you bought 100 shares. Just real quick, I just want to look at AMC. AMC is at $13. Huh.
Yeah, I got a few shares in AMC.
So AMC,
the reason why
AMC on the 25th was $4. Now it's at $13.26.
But you want to know why though? The reason why I got shares in AMC is because, first of all, like I said, I foresee in the very near future that a lot of outside activity is about to come back alive. It's about to come back to life.
Yeah.
So if you're smart, you're gonna buy this AMC shit while it's low, bro. That thing is gonna pick up.
Yeah,
it's gonna pick up. And
no, it
when
is because the world is gonna go back to normal, and I feel like a lot of the like production companies are gonna bail out AMC anyway and really give them some support. So I can see this. I can see, even though it's at 13 right now, I can see AMC jumping to like 25. I can see that.
I'm telling you,
I can see
that's
that.
why right now I'm holding on to the stock. Actually, I'm actually gonna buy about maybe 10 more shares. And I'm holding on to it. I'm riding it up.
Let's look at it a year ago, because if you look at
March,
March,
look at 5 years. Look at the 5 year. Look at the 5 year. Let's see where we came from.
Well, 2016,
and how we got there.
February 1st, 2016, it was at $20, and it's jumped to 30, 32, 35. So
look at
the highest peak is 35, and that was back December 2016.
That was December 2016.
Yeah,
that was
his highest peak. Yeah, it was like 35.
So just imagine if you get in now where it's only $13 and some change.
But that's the thing, though. If we look at December 2016 and it was at $35, we don't see that again for the next 4 years. It's dipped significantly, especially with the pandemic.
AMC was doing that thing where you could buy subscriptions too. Remember, you could get like a subscription and watch movies at certain time frames.
I think that was 2019.
I don't remember exactly when that was.
That was 2018, 2019. Remember that subscription service they had where you can watch like 10 movies a month for free or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think that's where
what was it, movie ticket or some shit like that?
Like pass or something like that you had.
But this $35 price, we don't see that again for the next 4 years. So I'm thinking, if anything,
it bottomed out. It bottomed out like the end of last year.
Yeah, so the lowest it was $2.60, and that was at the start of the pandemic, because the pandemic really started picking up in America in March. So March, the lowest it was $2.27 in April, at the beginning of April. So like end of March, beginning of April.
So imagine if you were one of the people who bought a whole bunch of stock when it was $2. Right now, you made a good little return.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely going to see a return. But what I'm saying is, if we're looking at the 5 year, right, and 2016, it's here. Look at the next 4 years, it hasn't gotten back to this peak. If I'm someone that's looking to invest, right, and I'm seeing this 5 year graph, and I'm seeing $35 here in 2016, and then the next 4 years we don't see a spike like that since.
But that's
I'm not saying not to invest, but
no.
It's not looking pretty stable.
You don't want to look purely at the graph. You have to also see what's going on in the world as well.
True.
There is going to be a boom, and when that boom happens, bro, I'm riding that bitch all the way to the moon.
No, true. But if we're looking at the graph, I would be a bit cautious. I would personally be a bit cautious. If we're looking at the 5 year, I would be cautious just a bit. Not saying not to put something into it. Just
at the end of the day, like, stocks is risky. The risk is, like, if you bought in right now, you are looking for the potential uptick in 2021 as things open up.
Yes.
So sometimes thought it could be an anomaly why it peaked so high. You know what I mean? Maybe because a specific movie came out at that time and everybody had to watch. You don't know. You know what I mean? Where AMC was just thriving.
So
But
then let me ask you a question then. At 1326, would that be a good place for someone to buy? To buy in right now? I'm asking both you and Sick.
What happened?
I will buy in. I will buy in
1326. Is that a good for someone that's looking to that would want to buy into this? Is 1326?
I bought in when it was like 11. I bought in when it was like $11.
Okay.
Not technically when it was like 13. So it has had its movement.
Okay.
And I'm watching a lot of different forums. You know, I'm watching the stuff that's going on with Reddit. I'm watching the stuff that's coming from a lot of the market watchers that I actually watch, and from a lot of investors who I actually watch. Because if y'all didn't know, there's people who do live investing online. Like their whole entire stream is about them basically trading stock.
Okay.
So I've been watching a lot of what they've been doing because these people are investing hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm making my movements based on that, because if it looks like a good buy for this person and this person has had absolute great success, then you also have to do your own research though. You have to see exactly what's going on with this company. You got to see, you know, what's going on in their quarterly calls and things like that. And you have to see exactly, you know, what's changed about their business. Have they changed CFOs? Have they changed leadership? Period. You know, there's a number of things that you got to watch. And again, like I said, at the end of the day, it's back to what Bari said. All of this is a big gamble. Because you're gambling on what other people are going to do with their money. Believe it or not.
I'm going to end it with this. One index fund that I invest in, Vanguard 500. That's all I'm saying.
Vanguard.
Oh yeah,
Vanguard.
Vanguard's the way to go, man.
I will suggest people to get
long
AMC.
term.
Yeah.
For the long term, I definitely Vanguard is definitely a good one. But that ain't no get rich quick to the moon shit y'all motherfuckers talk about on Twitter. No. We're talking about
that's the doggy coin.
Yeah, I was gonna say we talking about compounding interest and that's really investing into your retirement.
I was laughing at on Twitter is just like, this is gonna sound like a joke, you know, because I'm quoting Lil Wayne, but real G's moving sounded like lasagna, bro. Yo, when it comes to investing money like that, I'm not tweeting none of that shit. I'm gonna secure I'm gonna secure whatever I can secure or make sure everything is good. And if somebody personally asks me, like, should I do this? You know, I'll give the advice here and there, but
no. The reason why they're loud about this is because, again, it's market manipulation, bro. It's something that they want to happen.
Well, look, if Dogecoin gets to $1, a lot of people are gonna be rich, because I know a couple people that bought like 1,000, 2,000 shares.
Over 1,000 shares. I got over 1,000 shares. I'll send you the screenshot right now.
Yeah, if it goes to $1, they're gonna be rich.
Let me tell you what it takes.
You are not the common person. Like a lot of these people was like, yeah, man, I bought 10 stacks in Dogecoin.
Like, no. But let me tell you why, though.
A lot if you're trying to see a return.
Let me tell you why. Because this shit is it's trading at like 3 cents a share, bro.
Oh yeah,
it's trading at like 3 cents a share. So if it, let's say,
even if it goes to 50 cents, that's a good return.
Let's say if Elon Musk come in, right, and he just, you know, put in, I don't know, maybe 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like the value of that shit's gonna jump crazy. Same thing with what's that dude name, Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Bruh, if he put money in that dog, let me tell you, bro. All I'm saying is Doggy Coin is gonna be the next move, bro.
Nick said, where did you buy? Where can you buy it? You can use any. Well, I don't know if Robinhood.
I use Voyager. I wouldn't use Robinhood. Robinhood is on some.
Robinhood
they on some funny stuff. I like Robinhood and like TD Ameritrade and all that. From what I've been reading, they're not like AMC, GameStop, even Doggy. They even put Doggy in it. Like they're really limiting a lot of people on getting shares, which is really messed
If you
up.
have Cash App, you can invest through Cash App as well. A lot of people don't do that, but you can.
Fidelity, I hear Fidelity and Binance is a good one as well.
Yeah, Binance is good. You could TD Ameritrade.
Coinbase as well.
Yep.
My whole thing with this whole stock thing is that, yo, this is an investment with your money that could be a huge risk. Just because you see something fluctuate all the way to the tippity top, or however the popularity was going on with Dogecoin is, doesn't mean that you should invest in it. You know what I mean? Because even when I look at, when you invest in stock, you gotta look at the ticks, how this thing is it going up and down? Because right now I'm looking at Dogecoin. That's the last couple of days. It was like $3 or $1 and something change. Now we down to the cents back again. You know what I mean?
What is
it never made it to $1.
I think
it was fluctuating between like 60 cents.
What is it at? What is it at now? Like at this present moment, because I can't find Dogecoin because I use.
Hold on, let me pull up Voyager. I can tell you right now.
I was gonna say I use M1 Finance, so I can't find it on there.
The highest I've seen it was at 76 cents or something like that it went up to.
There we go. Let me see. I'm gonna do the year. Okay, it was the highest was 85 cents.
85. Shit, it was on. What is it at now?
It is currently at 26.
Jesus, that's that is a huge dip.
Yeah, even the market cap fluctuates crazy with it.
Yeah, that's
typical because you're dealing with crypto.
Yeah, cryptocurrency is real. It's real sketchy.
But I see a lot of people going for it, but me per se, I'll be a little bit more hesitant. That's me.
That's a huge dip though, man. Like Jesus Christ, this was at 85 to 26 cents. I mean, if you put like $200-$300, $400 into that and get like a couple thousand shares,
you can dump a lot in this.
You could dump a lot into it. I see why people are jumping on that bandwagon, because you can dump a lot in it, and
a lot of people. That's the wrong terminology. Don't invest in a stock because you're following the bandwagon.
Yeah. No. I agree 100%. I'm just saying that's what I see a lot of people doing. Is like, it's super cheap and they're banking on it getting to $1 so that they can make get that huge return from it. But isn't that collusion to a degree? Like,
it's manipulation.
Yeah.
That's the key.
It's not collusion, but it's definitely manipulation.
Or whatever. Like, 'cause
market manipulation.
To be on social, to be on social media, like really trying to push that.
But there's nothing they could do about it.
No.
Because it would still be up to said person to invest their money in it.
True. But we did get to 100 likes, so I don't know if you guys want to do the giveaway real quick and then get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So shout out to Sick Man. He sent the WUPS boys two PSN $10 PSN cards. So Bari, what do you think the giveaway should be? Like, do you want to do a number or ask a question or something? Like, what do you want to do?
Let me think.
Mine's just gonna be a number. I'm gonna think of a number between. So for me, Persona, one of the first giveaways, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. Hold on, let me think of the number. Okay, I'm thinking of the number between 1 and 50. For a $10 PSN card, guess the number.
All right, so that's Persona's. Mine is gonna be a question, and the first person to answer the question, I guess, will get that giveaway. How many? Oh, do Personas first, because everybody's typing in the numbers.
Yeah. Nope. Nobody's getting it. Nobody's getting it. A number between 1 and 50.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to Quamvo. Quamvo got it. 45 was the number. Shout out to Quambo.
Yo, my man Mook Allen said 69.
Yo, shout out to Quamvo, man. Quamvo got it. It was 45.
What made 45. What's the background? Is there a story that's the random?
It was just random. I was just thinking about it. 45.
He was like, "Fuck 45." I agree with you, bro.
Shout out to Quanvo. Yo, Quanvo, hit me up on Twitter, man, and I'll send you the code.
Quanvo got the first one. All right, mine's a question. All right, this is the first person to answer the question. How many playable characters has Guilty Gear Strive announced so far?
Oh,
Gosh. Woo.
Hey, yo.
9.
That's petty.
Yo, Nick said Cloud. What?
Cloud. He thought you was going to ask a Final Fantasy question. That's a Cloud.
Nope.
12.
Nope. Nope. Nobody got it yet. We got 2 close
4.
ones. Nope. We got 2 close ones.
See, if everybody was smart, they'll just do this.
Just go down.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Someone's close. Someone's close.
Yep. Think that he's slick too. I don't think they got it though, Sick. Well, I know you know the answer. Oh, Walter got it. Walter got it 14.
14. Yeah.
Damn, they announced 14?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep. So far, 14 playable characters. The 15 character will be getting announced in February.
Wow.
Yo, so Walter,
what's your Twitter, Walter? Hit us up on
Shout out.
Twitter.
You know what's crazy? Walter and Games for Eternity, they were both right, and they were right after each other.
Shout out to Walter.
Shout out to Walter, man.
Who won the other?
Quanvo.
round? Oh, and
Quanvo.
shout out to Quanvo. Shout out to Quanvo and Walter.
Yo, we
Shout
hit
out to the
100.
WUPS boys.
That's lit, man. Appreciate you guys' support, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that little impromptu conversation towards the end.
Oh, they came through.
Yeah, man.
104 likes.
Appreciate
and
it,
3
man.
dislikes.
Shout out to the dislikes.
You made too many mentions of Xbox today. You hurt their feelings.
Everybody get free Norton software. This podcast. Man.
But yo, man, listen, appreciate y'all coming through, man. We about to get into these outros. Like I said, Walter, Quanvo, give me your Twitters so that I can send y'all the
I
code.
don't think Walter got a Twitter. He said PSN. He said, Walter, what's your Twitter? He said PSN. All right, Walter, we got it.
Well, what's your PSN then?
Oh yeah, you can take pictures from the phone and send it through direct message.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Give us your
PSN,
PSN.
PSN like Twitter.
Shout out to Quanvo, longtime subscriber.
Yeah, shout out to Quanvo, man. Appreciate it. But yo, man, listen, we about to get into these outros. Starting with you, Sick, man. Really appreciate you coming through, man, being the first guest on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, man. Go ahead and give us your outro, bro.
It was a pleasure. Real quick, just got a quick question for the audience. Strawberry shortcake or chocolate eclair?
Strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake.
That's a good ass question, bro.
Strawberry shortcake or chocolate eclair?
Oh man, I love chocolate too, man. But I'm gonna go with the shortcake. I'm gonna go with the shortcake.
Nah, it's the strawberry shortcake for sure though.
Oh, Walter said you got him as a friend, so I'll send you the code so you can send it to him because for some reason I can't message him.
Oh, he got you on private. Yo, Walter, man, you trying to get $10 or nah?
Yo,
I
Quanvo,
got
give me your PSN, man. Hit me up on I'm not PSN, but give me your Twitter, Quanvo. Strawberry shortcake though, hands down. Strawberry shortcake. That's no contest, man. Strawberry
All right,
shortcake.
that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm done.
All right, it's a good show. Give us your outro, bro. That's it. You want to shout out your channel or nothing like that? You got a stream coming in?
that's all you got, man.
All right. Yo, Bari, man, other half of WUPS, man. Give us your outro, bro.
Yeah, man, great episode today. Appreciate all the people that came through and hit the like button. Even the 3 that hit the dislike button. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream anyways. But yeah, guys, be on the lookout for a random stream. It might be tomorrow, it might be Monday, it might be Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know, but I'm in that kind of a mood, man. It's been a couple of weeks, and I'm about to get to a live stream, but I just don't know what day. But be on the lookout, Jay Bari on YouTube. And yeah, guys, subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to that 1K subscriber goal. And also be on the lookout as well if you guys are interested on getting merch. We will have that merchandise store back up again very soon. So be on the lookout for that. And if you guys want to get any What's Up t-shirts and stuff like that, that would be amazing and awesome. But be on the lookout for that. So yeah.
Give me one of those. Y'all don't sell the jackets with the hoodies, like the hoodies?
I think we got the hoodies. We got to work with the naming convention because something was messed up with the site.
Yeah, basically, long story short, somebody reported to Teesprings that we're using PlayStation name or something. It was the weirdest email. Me and Persona reading like, what? Did somebody like snitch it up? But we seen so many people using the name PlayStation and all that already in whatever t-shirt. And Teesprings was like, it goes against their policy. I'm like, what?
I mean, that's true because of their intellectual property and stuff like that, but
yeah, but there's so many.
Been somebody that reported you for doing it.
Yeah, it was the weirdest email ever.
Hating, man, that's what it is. But let me shut up.
It's what it is. It's going back on there. We just got to change the name, I guess, as far as what the product is titled. But we'll
why don't you just put WUPS?
That might be what we do. we gotta get our artists to clean that up though and fix that up for us first. So yes. We'll do that, but we'll see. But yo, man, listen.
I got it up Fiverr. I think I'm gonna open up a
Fiverr. Fiverr got it. Yeah, that's something in the horizon. So I ain't gonna lie, man. Fiverr's a good place though, because if you ain't got it, if they don't got it in the time frame they said they would, you get your money back.
Fiverr is good, but watch out for the scammers on Fiverr as well.
A lot of scammers.
But it's pretty.
But yo, man, listen, man, appreciate you coming through. Shout out to my boy Bari. Listen, man, for me, I might be streaming some more Uncharted tonight or tomorrow for sure. I'm kind of back in the saddle with that. Also, what else? Streaming some Destruction All Stars this week for sure as well. Definitely gonna play the game, give my thoughts on it, explain the mechanics and all that good stuff. And I'm sure what When Persona Speaks will happen this week as well. I'm sure there's gonna be some good news that's gonna happen. Actually, something from this week that I wanted to talk about that I didn't get to talk about yet with that Norton. I kind of want to talk about that, so I might do a show on that as well. But yeah, outside of that, man, that's really it for me. We really appreciate you guys that support us here at
Jay Bari, you got to send me the I don't know if you already did it or not, but you got to send me the link to that official podcast, bro.
Oh man, I got you.
Bro, I gotta react to that channel, bro.
Yo, man, appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same crew. This is the WUPS crew, and we out of here.